2 tier 3 teams. We've seen all major people banning out Brood and Nyx Assassin.
But this is the thing, right? It's like in a draft, would you rather ban out the hero? This is a weird opening.
You wanted to see something different, Kyle?
I mean, no,
there you go.
This
Hoodwink Broodmother.
This is kind of cool though, you know?
Maybe it's a themed draft. They're going for like characters found in a Tolkien novel. Like, let's just collect the set.
They can run in the trees and hide from the pain and stuff. Yeah. And they go for a Puck. Nice. Oh, I like that though. I joke about like running in the trees, pains and suffering, but Puck is a hero that locks you down and prevents you, obviously, movement based. But in regards to the whole essence of the bans and kind of the initial picks, it is the fact that this is not an Hoodwink, maybe not so expected, but the Brood is the expected pick here. And this is kind of what Nigma would be doing here. It's like pick AA, strong laner, give away the Brood, then they would have an answer to it.
We've been criticizing EG for doing the same thing when they win. I love this. It's completely different.
I regret everything. I regret what I asked for.
I don't think Team Nigma was expecting this. I don't have a doubt that they can adapt to it. Again, they are really good at adapting. We're saying mid-series, mid-group stage, but it's also mid-draft. I'm sure that there are so many answers to a Broodmother. We'll see which ones EG prioritizes in terms of banning. This is an Ice Brood, right?
Yes, most likely, yeah. The key thing here, it's dealing with Brood is like a 1-2 punch. You need to have the laning phase counter to prevent Brood getting a quick 6, and then you need the wave clearing frontlining aspect that can move into the lane to then soak up that kind of
We saw this in the DPC league though, where an AA +1 was able to pretty handily beat a Broodmother.
Yeah, was it Pango?
It was VP did it with a troll. We saw Pango being very effective, I think, throughout the game.
That was in the Team Ball series, right? It had like the highest GPM or like CS on Pango.
You got a quick Ags and you just fight him at all times. I just think that, I don't know, I have no idea how to game plan with EG's lineup because they just have Hoodwink Broodmother. So Ice 3 is arguably best Brood world, at least used to be for some time. And EG, this is different, but this is still their pattern.
Yeah.
They pick Ice's hero first too. They last pick Arteezy's hero as second pick. So we can expect them to follow the same script. It's just that they've tweaked the heroes that they prioritize.
I like the idea of this opening though, just for the fact that Hoodwink's a really strong laner early on, just chipping and poking with the bushwhack and being annoying. And then into like after Brood gets 6 and starts dominating the lane, Hoodwink can also play with the Brood because of the range in which you use your spells. Like you can basically from a massive distance, just execute heroes and just fully occupy the jungle. Anyone who walks up, Hoodwink plus Brood will be able to kill that hero 100 to 0 because the amount of damage they'll do through physical and magical. And it opens up then your own jungle to be protected with Arteezy's farming away. So it has its merits. It's just when you see these two heroes together in conjunction in the first, it's like, whew, it does look a bit out there.
Yeah, they do still ban out the Nyx Assassin. Smart choice, I'd say. GH is definitely a menace with that if he gets his hand on it, which he didn't yet this major, but it is in his wheelhouse. And EG is actually the only team so far of these two teams that is using any of their bonus time, allowing Nigma to use their bonus time, I guess, as well to discuss this. So they have still got the full time available.
Okay, they go for a line.
And they will play against the line. Yeah,
nice
line good against Puck.
Yeah, it's pretty standard. I like that Nigma still banned out EG's comfort heroes. Like they see the Brood, but they still ban out the Terrorblade. I think that's really important. And just the way that EG, I think, really likes to win games at times is just abusing wave clear around the map. And if you fall a little behind and suddenly you have to deal with both spiders and illusions all over the place, things can get tricky. And Nigma, they just go for a GH Willow. Love this. Very good synergy with the coil. You also have a ton of increased spell amp thanks to your AA. Brambles plus Curse Crown, a lot of lockdown. It's really nice to have Curse Crown against Brood just because you can actually follow him through the trees.
The interesting thing will just be what mind control is going to play. So far in the tournament, you know, in the last like 9 or 10 games, it's basically been red heroes: Mars, DK, Doom, Timbersaw.
Yeah.
And let me just do the checklist. Timber's banned, DK's banned, Mars is banned. Yep, this is looking like mind control might be playing a new hero.
I like it. I would like to see him on the Nature's Prophet. I don't know if this is a game for it though. No.
It needs to be the beefy boy. It needs to be like the Tide or the Centaur or someone who can basically enable Willow in lane and then move to the Brood lane quite quickly.
Is Slardar available? Would be excellent here. I think
Slardar,
LC is acceptable.
Bristle is available.
That
Okay.
could be ILTW's hero,
It could
though.
be.
In fact, I think it's likely his hero because it does lane very well against Brood. We saw this the other day. You get that early point in Q, and then you can actually offensively chase down the Brood. You have a huge base damage advantage, and when she pops Insatiable Hunger to try and trade, well, she's slowed, so you just walk away.
Okay, let's be real. Why does Bristleback Goo cost like sub 20 mana? Like
12
mana?
Yeah.
Why? Like, please.
You're asking the
25
wrong
level
group.
1.
Please make it bigger. Please, like, I don't want to be run down the bounty rooms. I'm walking there as like a 5, and this guy just goos me to the end of time. He goes to lane, and he's missing like 24 mana.
I
Like,
feel your pain. However,
Just
in
wanted to get out there,
in my
have-
MMR, it's nice because you get a lot of stick charges.
that's true.
That's a really solid hero pick here. I'm just a big fan of Bristle. I think it's underrated. One of the best ags in the game and incredibly good against Broodmother. May cause some lag to those of you with weaker systems. Apologies.
That is true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is really cool to watch. It'll hit everything in an AoE, including all the spiders, and it'll really limit Ice's ability to get things done.
True.
The key thing here for Nigma, because they lack reliable stuns, this amplifies the ability for Ember and Brood just to kind of pop off. And I think Nigma needs to be really efficient with stacking up the Tri-Camp, getting the Ancients going, because when Bristle gets that early farm, he can then kind of tank up these initial spells and kind of pseudo keep his supports alive.
And we did neglect, though, they're playing into Hoodwink. So
Yeah.
they first two banned Viper, one of the few break mechanics in Dota, but they are playing against arguably the easiest one to utilize because
And there's
Hoodwink
no
just
save, right?
casts ult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is kind of how EG is going to play this game, is Brood will get 6+, he'll start occupying the jungle, then you'll have Ember, Hoodwink playing together, where you'll like slight chains, into then the break, Brood collapses on, and then you can pretty much kill any hero. A lot of poke from their lineup so far.
During the wild cards, we had a matchup with a position 5 Hoodwink versus a Bristleback, and that position 5 Hoodwink could get a lot done. It was a Secret versus Vici, if I'm correct. And the Hoodwink versus Bristleback, I worked really well.
And this is kind of where European Dota, we do love puck. And
We do.
unfortunately, this is kind of the undoing of the hero a little bit, is we first phase it as a region, and then teams will pick like DP, DK, Lion, Shaman, Ember, Void Spirit, you know, about 8 or 9 different heroes, but they'll pick 2 of the pool, so then puck doesn't have a great game. And right now, like, we've seen Nigma run a mid Bristleback before, but there's no way you can comfortably flex a puck to a side lane, right? So it is kind of like the puck mid in a game where it's going to be not too great because of Lion Ember. You're just kind of be like a coil bot and farming for your own game pretty
This
much.
is just kind of what Nigma have been doing.
Yeah.
They are putting Miracle on Invoker or Puck. They're first twoing it.
Exactly, yeah.
And it's really just because it allows them to make plays. Like suddenly Miracle hits a time, he's strong, level 8, level 9, and he can be anywhere, do anything, control runes, kill enemies, and it sets up the side laners for success. The MC hero, I'm still leaning towards Slardar. My vision is terrible, so I
It's
can't see
still
it
not banned.
Then I think it's 100% the pick here. Arteezy will get last pick, but I have trouble finding like the hero that's going to beat Willow, Slardar, and lane and also provide your team the win condition. Probably a PL, but that's into AA Puck Bristle. It's
Beal
not perfect.
got banned together with Ursa on the side of Team Nigma.
I really need glasses. I'm going to steal
Yeah,
them
no,
later.
I need to. Yeah, I'm squinting. I look really angry when I'm in the draft because I'm like this. Yes,
That's
pick
why you get
answer,
the
Nick,
tablet.
You know you want to.
The
yeah.
tablet.
Yeah.
Wait,
Spectre
you stole both
Terrorblade
of them.
also
Give me mine.
already got
Give me that one.
removed.
This is mine.
Give me the other one.
We
I
still
can't see
have
the-
the Bloodseeker in
there you
the.
go.
We still have the Bloodseeker
Alright.
in the pool as heroes that Arteezy has played this major.
No, Magnus.
Magnus.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you, boy.
Yeah. It's good for the farming efficiency. I don't know how well Mag actually does against the Brood in regards to like defending the tower, but it will kind of help optimize the get Bristle to top net worth quickly enough to play some Dota.
Yeah. And I think it's also going to give them some versatility, right? Because it could still be ILTW on either. But this is, you know, I think Aoi said something about, you know, finding that idea that wins the tournament. And a way to win it is typically to beat that idea. Well, at the moment, Nigma is the team that has set the meta. They are drafting with the same formula, and so far it's working incredibly well. Mid hero, playmaker, side laners, semi-carries. Into Magnus.
Okay, there's
good old
laughter
EG.
from T-Gov. Please tell us why.
It's like you don't get to play TB, so you get to play Naga instead. It's just kind of Arteezy, so I'm just kind of chuckling. It's just
You know what? They could have gone carry axe.
whoa, let's not get carried away. We need inbuilt illusions.
But they just pushed ILTW to the mag because they're like, okay, well, it's an illusion carry, so let's give our illusion counter, more farm.
Yep.
The lane top will be okay, but you're gonna trade. You're not gonna win it.
The key thing here is EG, there's so much like noise within their draft where Emma's running at you, Brood's occupying your jungle. It is pretty hard for Nigma to actually successfully punish the Naga and take away her jungle because you're going to be reacting a lot on the side of Nigma.
This is, they went Brood, Hoodwink, and they still managed to keep the predictable formula in place.
Yeah. Isn't that a good thing? They show versatility while going for a style that they're comfortable with?
Yeah, like Nigma, so in regards to EG and the comfort, like this is, that it works because Abed should have a good game.
Yeah.
But I guess the downside here is the fact that Nigma, because you're going to have this Bristleback running at this Naga, I think Bristle's going to have a pretty decent time there. And we've seen how TNC runs the mag before. If you just RP execute, in this game, it will just be the Ember. EG kind of lacks the team fight into the mid game, right? You kill Ember, what do they have? They have like positional
That's
control.
the problem. That's the issue that I've had with all the drafts they lose games in, is that Nigma naturally will out-farm earlier because their heroes just have built-in farming abilities. Arteezy needs a ton of time to come online, and meanwhile, it'll be Abed doing all of the heavy lifting to make things happen around the map. If his game suffers, the entire team will as well.
It'll be a bloodbath, though. This game has the makings of like a really long game. I can just feel it.
Bloodbath in the game. I hear that. I would love that. I'm sure our commentary team would love that as well. Let's see who takes the first game. Team Nigma or Evil Geniuses. Let's head over to Odie Pixel and Fogged.
Yes, thank you, Sheev. I've also had the same thought that I'm expecting some longer games, and every time I say that when I'm watching Team Nigma, the game ends in 13 to 29 minutes somehow. They always set the pace. I see a Naga Siren, see a lot of farm that EG might require. Feeling a little worried for them. How do you feel, Owen?
Yeah, I mean, always very excited to see these two teams go head-to-head. You know, EG and Nigma, you know, a lot of fun is going to be had. But, you know, I've got to agree. I like the approach that Nigma's coming in with. I mean, this Arteezy on the Naga Siren are going to sort of hit similar goals from EG as they've had when he's been on his Terrorblade in that attempt to sort of be that big old carry. And it has, of course, worked out for them previously. I just think against Nigma with some of the performances that they've been pulling out, they just might not get the time and space to get Arteezy to that point.
And they do lack, you have to say, they lack team fight. They have good ways to press on lanes. They have good ways to get, like, force the lanes out and force reactions to get these pickoffs, which does look like what their lineup is relying on with Lion, with Hoodwink, with Brood, just constantly forcing waves, and same thing with Ember. So we'll see if it does work out for them. Also, the break mechanic versus the Bristleback, I think that's why they also relegated it towards that off lane, where it's not going to matter as much because it is just a mind control hero where he tends to be that sacrifice. And you can itemize versus it. People, you know, it's dispellable. You get a Lotus Orb, it removes the break. So we'll probably see something like that come out, and let's see how these lanes do kick off.
Absolutely. They're going to start with RTW and Kuroki down on the bottom, have mind control, and GH starting things up top. And how excited are you to see this? Are you a fan of this, the Magnus in this position? A lot of potential for RTW to carry on this hero?
Yeah, I do think so. We've been seeing, you know, Nothing to Say is probably the one that comes out to me the most when he's playing that carry mag from the mid lane, but it scales very strong, so we'll see how it does work. As he's good versus the Naga Siren, can be good versus the Broodmother also during the game. And I do feel like Nigma, they got the lanes they wanted.
I think so indeed, yeah. With sort of starting mind control top and RTW bottom. EG, of course, it's not going to be to the point where they're switching things up in return. They'll stick with the lanes that have been handed to them.
Miracle gets a double wave at the start. No creeps have been denied either. So he's level 2, Abed's level 1. He's just going to push him out of the wave a little bit here, just getting very aggressive, forcing the wave under the tower to make Abed miss some last hits too. Good play there from Miracle at the start. Kuro will get a career snap with his boots.
And what should we be expecting from, you know, Puck versus Ember between these two? How does this usually go that you seem to witness?
It's a very skill-dependent matchup. It's some kind of trade wars. We've seen a lot of these Embers going for the max slight build with an Orb of Corrosion early to pressure the Puck, but it's a Miracle Puck, we have to be honest. He's been crushing every single one of these games when he plays it. Even into constant control, constant counter picks, he's had excellent games. He's into the Lion, so it could be a bit problematic, and versus that Root later on, but as we said, it's Miracle. He's had some unbelievable performances on this Puck.
Nah, for sure, yeah. We're seeing why. You know, Nigma are not afraid to even just throw this hero out for Miracle as the first pick in the draft.
Yeah, and I'm saying that Nigma, they got the lanes that they wanted, putting this Magnus down bottom, but he's struggling a bit. These illusions, we saw Arteezy doing this also on the Terrorblade when he was playing versus a hero like Phoenix. He was playing Terrorblade that game, but same concept. He's just sending 2 illusions on Kuroki, and then the 2, the Lion plus the actual Naga Siren, they just trade hits with the Magnus, and it does seem to be a bit of a problem for ILTW at the start here.
Yep, I mean, we have seen EG's laning's been fantastic, and one of the core parts of it has just been that it seems that pretty much every game Arteezy finds farm straight from the beginning. There's never really any slowdown for Arteezy. So they can get it, they can. They're able to take down one. I'm going to get Crit as well, actually, with the Brambles down. Mind Control's got the damage building up. Crit's going to die as well. Double kill for GH up here. As, bottom lane, Nigma might not be able to get as easy a farm as they would hope on the Magnus, but the top lane, getting these sort of kills this early on, that's a terrible start here for EG up top.
And Kuroki is stacking. He's got a double stack Ancient, double stack Hard Camp. There is illusions chasing him now that probably will prevent the next one, but he sniped 2 couriers, Owen. So even though they don't have the most last hits, Magnus is catching back up now. 2 couriers make up for that discrepancy that was there.
Trying to keep RTW away from the wave whilst he has been left on his own. With the bracer nice and beefy. And the second one as well. So full beef here on RTW, ready to withstand any harassment that flying Arteezy throw out his way.
Look at his base damage too. Without even Empower on him, he's at 85. Arteezy, he's at 60. Does have the illusions to work with, of course, on Arteezy, but quite a big difference. Nice body blocks, bottom.
Getting some good damage in onto ILTW. Again, trying to get the maximum efficiency done here. Kuro fully focused on building these stacks up, both of them. Nice and early here. Not missing a stack at all. So a lot of preparation in the jungle ready for Nigma to clean up. Because RTW won't have any struggle with that with the Empower.
Him or Mind Control can take them easily. Well, on the side of EG, they don't farm Ancients almost at all with their lineup. It's going to take much more time for Arteezy to want to get over there. Contesting Ancients, they can do. They can collapse over there with the Ember Spirit, but they can't really steal them.
And I mean, and on this top lane as well, does Crit pretty much have to stay here with Ice Ice Ice? Like, is there a chance for Crit to let Ice 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 be and try and make moves on this hoodwink, or he has to play the top lane?
He has to play the top lane. You can't leave Ice 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 alone. It's if you get caught from the double, like a stun into a bramble with a couple goose stacks, Ice 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 will die. They went for Blightstone as well as going having the Orb of Corrosion. Doesn't stack with that minus armor, but I guess they wanted just to go for that medallion early on.
Yeah.
I hate that it doesn't. I hate that it shows the debuff. That's the thing that always triggers me. But
yeah, come on, let's have a. I mean, I get the problem is it probably would be. Do you think it would be too OP if it did stack?
Yes, absolutely. Blightstone's too valuable.
Yeah, minus armor in the other game, very effective. They're gonna get the control on Crit here. I'll try and turn the Ice 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 onto Mind Control, but a lot of stacks building up with these Quill Sprays. Ice 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 has got to be careful. And indeed, you can't push on any further onto the 2 of them. It's always going to be a hard kill for EG to get in the lane. This Bristle as Mind Control will always be able to just kick back. Pretty much more damage still at this stage than Ice 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 is able to lifesteal up.
Yeah, and they push the lane forward. He's able to get the Ring of Health too. The dream for GH getting that double kill at the start. He's got Tranquil Boots, so he's looking to stop the TP mid. Can't quite get it. They were already doing their rotation. This Nigma collapse. Seems like they're doing it earlier and earlier every game. It was 7 minutes or 8 minutes before. Last when we were watching Vici, it was at 6 minutes this time. Even before those 6-minute runes do come out, they look to make a rotation. Fly, securing bottom rune.
See Mind Control able to head over. Get this bounty rune sorted, get that bottle refilled. So they've got to be careful playing around this mid lane. Miracle will have set up with the Dream Coil. Likewise, they'll have the jumps ready to play with here from Arbe. Top lane, onto Crit. Brambles down, Crit. He's going to try and get out of this. Won't quite be able to get in range with the final Quill Spray, so Crit will live. Meanwhile, down over towards the mid lane. Some action coming in from EG in return as they've lost Fly. Can they quite get Miracle? One more hit will do it. They'll burn him down as Arbed's able to run him in with the Flame Gun.
Arcane Rune as well too. Kuro might have to be a little careful with the constant slight spam. Very obnoxious.
Big kill for Arbed there.
Oh, and they're going to fill his bottle too. TPing mid with Fly. He's not needed bottom. Arteezy probably tells him that too. He's like, I'm fine down here. ILTW is getting pressured up by my illusions, so the supports can make their moves independently now. As mid tower, Catapult's still up. They're gonna keep pressing on. Keep spamming Kuro.
Kuro's nearly dying. Almost
He might
just, in fact, Harbet, he was trying for it.
Out of remnants
Miracle.
now.
I mean, Harbet's more than fine. He's going to have the Flame Guard back up again in a few seconds. They can't commit for it. Bottom lane, Crit. He's able to swing over and help Arteezy finally get RLTW out of this lane. We've seen RLTW already taking just consistent harassment from Arteezy and his illusions. A little bit of an extra helping hand. Getting this action for Arteezy, and as you've seen, just uninterrupted farm, 47 CS. As much as they've tried to put pressure on the Tour, it's just not affected him at all. It's another game where Arteezy gets a completely clean start.
And this is the lanes that Nigma chose to set up there. LTW is falling a bit behind the Broodmother already, but he does have those stacks as we do see. So he's probably going to be the ones to take them. As Fly, if he steps up too far, pulled into the Bramble.
Curtis Crown, it's in. Fly. And he's had some charge, turns around the stun. In fact, he's able to set up for the turnaround here. Zarbet jumps in with the Remnant. GH, he'll get run down. They could not quite kill Fly. Arbet, he's even looking for more with this Ace Rune. He's ready to run down Kuro. He's in up towards the tier 2. See how much he wants to die. This Miracle does have a Dream Coil if he wants to try and hold him back. I mean, Arbet, he really wants to finish Kuro. One more Sleight of Fist would do it. But the Haste Rune comes to an end, and that will be enough. He's just trying the tree line with the Slight, see if he can catch him, but Kuro's already back out to safety. Top lane, mind control, getting got on by Ice with the Spiders. He might just have enough damage here. And he does, straight in, and the final nuke of the Spawn Spiderlings finishes the job. Ice able to take him down alone. Down bottom, Fly, set up onto Kuro. Kuro, he'll fall. A kill here for Fly as EG's starting to pick up some action across the map.
Great rotations coming out. Good early aggression, as we've been seeing Nigma mostly do, but EG with that early preparation. They've got the wards down too. Great moves. The securing of the runes right now have been the biggest ones. That Arcane and Haste Rune has really enabled Abed to pressure play. Now top's getting pressured, Arteezy's getting free farm. This is good stuff from EG right now.
Now LTW starting to slip a little behind here. Got to get him his farm sorted. Of course, does still have those stacks to fall back upon in the jungle. So a lot of potential gold for, as you say, either him or Mind Control. We'll see how they wish to split that between them, Nigma.
Kuro does find that deep ward. Ice starting to do spider things. Finds himself a chip vest. Miracle finds himself a fairy trinket, and he's the one taking those stacks.
All right. Yeah, I'll take the large camp at least. Still leave the Ancients here for one of the two other cores. But that's all they can do.
Crit's just taking his farm, trying to get his 6. Yeah.
Top lane.
Top again.
I'm going to go for Mind Control. And again, they should have him here. Ice. He's trying to hunt him down in the tree. Some good jukes from Mind Control.
Ooh.
Ice is still going to be able to run him down. They've got the damage. Another blast here from the Spawn Spiderlings as Ice will be able to take down Mind Control yet again. Miracle's coming with the Invis. He has got Dream Coil, but no one to really back him up. Ice is a little low. I don't think Miracle can quite burst him if he goes for this, though. So Miracle will stay hidden for now. See what they can do with the Willow. So jump in, and here we go. Dream Coil, they've got the follow-up Fear, but he actually, Ice is able to step out to the side. The Fear won't connect, and with that in mind, Ice, is he going to be able to walk away? He is. The stun comes out. Arteezy also with the song holding GH and Miracle in place to give Ice the chance to reset. See Arteezy, he's going to position himself aggressively. The Hex comes out into the control from Crit, and boom! He's able to shoot him down, stun out to GH. EG, they're able to outplay Nigma there on that top lane. Some excellent moves. I mean, and just an unfortunate start to the combo there. We saw some patience. You know, GH, he comes in, he's in the trees. He does wait that moment to hit the 6, does get it. He goes to make the play, but Ice, just a little too speedy. Can't get the angle.
And it's EG bringing the numbers. We've been seeing Nigma usually the ones to bring 4 or 5 heroes to these rotations. EG's bringing more. ILTW just stays bottom, finishes off the tower, so looks like they're recognizing that they're a bit behind, trying to maximize their farm. Mind Control just farming Ancients. Some great moves from EG early on here, which feels like they need to do since they, as we mentioned, they don't have that big team fight combo like we do see from Team Nigma, so dominating these lanes is exactly what they need to do. As Ice already starts ticking on that tier 2.
He's starting to create quite a comfortable place up here on this top lane. 3
Runes.
kills, and see if they can do anything with this coil. Brought the blast onto Fly.
Miracle.
Fly able to step out of the side. Miracle's getting caught again. Crit just catching them from the side here with the bushwhacks. There's Fly. And will be chased down by Mind Control. Will die to this. No escape for Fly. As he'll try and buy himself a bit of time, but another Quill from Mind Control takes him out. We're definitely starting to see these little sort of pokes from the outskirts of the fights from Crit. You know, they're tripping up some of these core heroes. Miracle's got to be careful of the Hoodwink's presence.
Yeah, especially when it's, as we've seen every single game from Miracle on the puck, he doesn't get phase shift. He goes full aggression, getting punished for it. Now Ice is collapsing on mid with the spiders. Another tower. Looks like it's going to drop soon. They're starting to rotate the Magnus over.
Still hard for RTW to really get involved. Not quite having his first item done, the Echo Saber. A point at which then if he does get the RP off, he'll be able to deal quite a fair bit of damage at this stage. Obviously, ideally wanting to play the farm game until he has the Echo and the Blink. And it's giving this opportunity for EG just to continue to make all these moves. They're hunting down Miracle. Fly.
Oh, they're going to get him
He can
again
the
here.
Hex. He might just have this. Ooh, he'll try the stun across the neutrals there. Trying to catch Miracle by surprise, but Miracle, farming at a safe distance, will not get caught by that opening.
Crit pre-clicked the bushwhack to where the orb was landing. Miracle does get the read, won't get caught by it. Yeah, continuing to just get outmaneuvered on the map. Ice continue to take the top jungle. Pressure in the tier 2, it's already gone. They've got an outpost being taken to. EG is doing some big moves, making all that space for RTZ. Fly, still waiting bottom.
Miracle.
He's got to be careful.
Whoop. He's got the phase shift now, so RTZ won't get that set up. Kuro just dying to the spiders. Ice just running him down with the babies.
And the tower too. Doesn't quite finish it.
Dire's middle tower has been denied.
Look at the deny at least, but yeah, 10-4, 2k lead. RTZ and Ice's farm looking rather impressive here. The Manta style done already for RTZ, 14 minutes in.
Super early. And look at the line drawn just now. Crit draws a line saying this is only the place that Nigma can farm at the moment. He drew it above top all the way down to mid. They're controlling 80% of the map right now, it feels like, or 70% of the map on EG. Smack is getting way more. As Miracle's constantly hunted, Fly's just waiting for an opportunity down here. Nigma also waiting for their combo. Yeah. Who's going to see who? Fly spots GH. RTZ will back away. And it is so early to have this Manta style done. Ice is denying any farm of the jungle too. He's got a pipe. Tough to bring him down. 1600 HP with this pipe too. Great spot for EG.
I mean, where do Nigma farm? That they've kind of got their triangle and I mean, even this bottom lane, as we're seeing, Miracle's got to be careful when he's pushing it out. They're having to play him farm really cautiously right now, Nigma, as they are losing control of the map.
They're not getting opportunities to use those big ulti combos, any type of plays at all because of the way EG's playing. They're just completely split up. Abed's taking top now. ISSA continues to take jungle. RTZ farming the lane with just the illusions. His heroes just farming jungle. Great distribution. Spiders.
Nice, man. Yeah, Ice maybe trying to swing across for some action. Just run straight through all of them. We'll lose a few spiders here off the back of that. In fact,
only way they kill him is to commit an ult. They have to either use an RP or a coil to bring down Ice in any of these moves.
Mind control.
Mind control.
He's been caught at the side. They've got the control with the break in. They're able to take him down. Crit lands the hit, and the setup's there. The EG required to be able to get the damage done and take out that bristle on the front lines.
And he is just going to be going for the build that we've been seeing pretty much every time on the bristle. Just Hood, Vanguard into Ags. Means he's going to be susceptible to break every single one of these times and low armor. He's just making their move into Roche. They've got the medallion. They've got this humongous Arteezy. They've got extra minus armor. This should work. I don't see any way for Nigma to contest this. They got an AA blast to perhaps scout it, but getting over there is problematic. Their map is so tiny.
Yeah, this is a quick rush.
Yeah, it's that.
Very, very quick here with the army of RTZ. So they'll have Aegis on Arbet. And straight away, they go for the smoke. They're ready to make a play with this. They know how strong they are right now, EG.
Dire are scanning.
And they took this outpost top so early because of that tier 2. You're racing 2k gold lead, but experience is starting to grow and grow as well because of that. Just continue to distribute the map perfectly. And smoking already, looking to make a move bottom, probably expecting one of these two heroes, either the Puck or one of these supports down here. Fly, he's in position. GH. Ooh. We'll be okay on GH.
We'll put Fly off from being able to stick around for the full combo.
He knows there's a ward now too with the way that he moved.
And RTW's now got the money for the blink. Oh, there you go.
The worst feeling as support. He does have the blink. Now they can look to make some more aggressive moves. He does.
Yeah.
He really,
He's 0-1
really
and
does.
0. It's been a slow start for RTW, but this is sort of what you play for and you farm for. You're just AFKing the Echo and the blink. Now you got to show your power. You got to show Nigma what they've been waiting for here in this game. Let's see what RTW can get done with these crucial 2 opening items.
GH does have the Shadow Realm. He's getting slept up though. They're going to be able to set up for him afterwards. Easily killed.
Yeah, I mean, no hesitance there to use the song, as RTZ knows he doesn't really need it to save himself in these sort of games.
And Kuro.
With the lead that EG have, they get the catch onto the Ancient Apparition. Kuro's out alone. EG just sweeping across the map and just taking over so much control. They're going to be able to push in this bottom lane, start taking the tier 1s, at the same time even pushing up on the mid lane towards the tier 2. It's the whole area that Nigma has to play and is just shrinking and shrinking. RTW, he's got to do something big. They have to find some sort of play around their carry Magnus.
Yeah, we see the line drawn again. Crit keeps saying it. I'm pretty sure he's just telling his team, don't cross this line. This is the only place that Nigma is able to play safely at all. We're getting so much more out of the map. Just keep farming it up. We've got great late game carry, and we're playing versus a carry Magnus, so who cares?
And RTZ, 19 minutes in, Manta Diffuser list done. Desolator on our bed, you know, that if they're able to get in with the slight fist, Des on everybody, sending the illusions, these illusions are going to tear apart the members of Nigma. It's not going to be an easy fight for some of the squishy heroes. I mean, even the tankier heroes.
They're all squishy.
Yeah, this Bristles we're seeing when Crit lands the sharpshooter, which he's been doing every team fight. It's a very hard team fight for Nigma to play into right now.
And oh, and the way they've itemized too, it's Puck has 9 armor, Magnus has 10 armor, Bristleback has 8 armor, he's not building armor either. They're going to be really low. The Deso effect plus Orbital Corrosion plus Medallion, they're going to get shredded. Sorry, the Solar Crest, now that it's finished on Crit, they're going to get shredded. Nigma's just got to come back with a big team fight, because right now it's completely looking EG dominant.
Absolutely. And as I say, it really is pressure on the Magnus, which is always one of those entertaining positions for a game to be in. You know, when you have your carry on these voids, these Magnuses, you know, where you've got to see a big ultimate. You know, that's what we love to see watching the games of Dota 2. And see if RTW can make those amazing plays, or if it's just going to end up going downhill. As I say, still 0-1 and 0. They've not been able to pull any sort of action really together as a team. We'll see if it's coming around the corner here for Nigma.
It's not looked like the Team Nigma that we've been used to seeing in this tournament. They're completely on the back foot, not looking to make any aggressive moves. 4 kills, that's the least kills I think I've seen them at 20 minutes in this tournament by far. Usually have like 15, 20 kills. It's very slow because of the way EG's played.
RTW. Gonna try for the jumping on a Flutter. Drop the Dream Coil onto Fly. Arbet, he's ready for the turnaround. Jumping in with the Remnants. He's in on top of RTW. RTW will skewer Arbet in.
The song.
I think Arbet, he's gonna be kind of happy to be here. RTZ buying time for them to set up to move in onto Nigma with the song. Over to Kuro. Kuro will go down. Chasing for more. RTZ runs down GH up towards the base. Mind Control's attempting to run away, but with his defusal, his mana's gone. RTZ blocking him off, and soon his life will go as well. Ice with a final instance of damage to bring down Mind Control. I mean, that was the first involvement here around this carry Magnus, and nothing really coming together at all for Nigma.
EG's prepared for it. They immediately swing over, bringing the 5 heroes outnumbering just every single one of the times in this game. It's been fantastic movement from EG. And yeah, like you said, he got skewered, and it felt like Abed was very happy with the skewer right on top of everybody.
Nice and deep and surrounded by 3 heroes that he's ready to fight into. Especially with Arteezy being able to buy time, ready for some of the cooldowns to come back up on the Ember Spirit using that song. And off the back of that fight, Arteezy's farm continues. He's already about halfway onto the Skadi. I mean, just the speed that these items are flying out for this Naga Siren, there's nobody able to match that on Nigma's side this game right now. Every core really, who's going to be able to stand up against Arteezy in this, as the minutes pass?
It's quickly feeling like nobody. He's also gotten, we didn't point it out, but he got the Dragon Skill, which feels like the best item you can get on these illusion heroes like Naga, because you just spread out your illusions, they spread that as well, they farm at that incredibly fast pace. Yeah, EG in full control. Orchid finished on Ice Ice Ice, Blink, I believe, finished on the Lion, so Miracle's game continuing to get harder and harder.
There we go, smoke up for Nigma. These smokes, they've got to hit hard. RTW has to find the catch.
How long on her? They have to catch one of the big heroes, though. They have to find one of the cores of this. They can't just find a support.
No.
They don't have much information to go by. They put the 2 wards down bottom, but there's no one here. EG's playing topside. Arteezy's cutting waves with illusions, sending 2 down toward bottom to catch this next wave. So map just continues to be so limited for Team Nigma. It's a brutal war. Can't find anybody. 16-5, 9K gold lead. How's our experience? It continues to grow. 11,000.
Arteezy. He's going to look for the song setup. They're ready to start action. ILTW stepped into lane. So already EG, they can look to get on top of the Magnus, maybe force ILTW's reaction. Is able to blink off in time. They're not quite able to time the bushwhack. So ILTW will manage to blink away. And will continue to keep the illusions, of course, on him, which is going to be a rather nuisance, especially with Arbed jumping in as well. He's charging straight in on top of the Magnus. ILTW, he'll drop the RP. Ice Blast comes in, they're throwing everything down onto Arbed. Can they kill this Ember? They can. They bring Arbed down, but they've lost both Mind Control and ILTW for it. Kuro is able to TP out in time. See if Miracle could get away as well. Arteezy slowing him with the defusal. Miracle, can he dodge to this? He's straight into the trees, but Crit, he's prepared. Bushwhack at the ready. He's ready for Miracle to jump over to this area. EG, they're heading over. Miracle is against the 4 of them. Can he really hide? Again, Crit is in position. From a phase shift and a blink. Miracle trying to run, but Fly's got the catch upon him. Jumps in, Hex in place. Miracle will also fall. As Nigma, they get Arbed, but it costs them all 3 of their cores.
How do you hide? There's illusions running at you, there's spiderlings surrounding you too, you're songed, you can't get the dream setup at all. Bristleback, Mind Control, he just gets isolated in the front of the fight while they just kill the back lines. Doesn't look like your tanky Bristleback at all.
I mean, and we're seeing, one of the issues of playing like the Magnus carry or a carry that revolves around this sort of big ultimate, the same sort of problem that the Void struggles with against the Naga Siren is, you don't catch Arteezy, he's going to sing, and suddenly that whole stun duration, if you're not getting on the Naga Siren, getting it on anyone else, Arteezy's going to be able to waste that entire time of that ultimate, and then suddenly, as the RP comes to an end and the song finishes, it's EG collapsing on you instead.
Oh, and he's got Scotty already. Level 19. Look at him just splitting the illusions up. He sends 1 illusion on ILTW, canceling his blink, while the rest of them just go on Mind Control. And he's just gone. Really nice micro from Arteezy.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen this from every minute of the gameplay from Arteezy, straight from the laning as we saw, just able to push back the duo of Nigma and secure himself free farm from minute 1 this game.
Jeez, GH nearly getting 1 shot from Abed. Don't see a good, I don't see a good recovery method coming out for Nigma. I don't see an item that's just gonna be like, wow, they're back. It's just EG's getting way too much. It's 12,000 lead at 26 minutes. And bottom.
They've got the catch, and again, can he get out of this? He's out to the side, and they're not gonna catch a sight of which way he went this time round. So Miracle will actually manage to make it away from both Crit and Fly.
Whole map though, they're almost killing ILTW top while they're also pressuring mid, while they're also catching Miracle bottom. It's EG just running away with this game. Full control.
I think getting to the point where it's going to have to be some sort of tier 4 tower skewer action here from ILTW. That ideally needs the level 20 for that extra range, and of course is still rather far away.
EG's not giving them opportunities to get their big setups, like a multi-hero coil into a multi-hero fear or multi-hero RP. They're all just split up perfectly.
To the side, gonna try and start some action, but of course Arteezy, with the song, he's able to allow EG to maybe assess the situation and take the fight in their own accord. They get the lockdown onto GH with a Hex. Dreamcore's going to be dropped, but again, it's only onto Fly.
Miracle.
Fly's able to turn with the stun and the finger. Miracle can get himself out of this one. Blink down to the low ground. Quick waiting rift away, but they're chasing on with the remnants. He's back up to the high ground. Oh, the shot from Crit! A beautiful snipe there from the Hoodwink as Crit lands the hit. Miracle's down.
They're pressuring 2 different tier 3s at the same time. 2 illusions on the mid one. 1 illusion killing couriers inside the base. Snipes 2 of them, while Mind Control also getting taken out, and the tower.
And how do you push this Naga Siren off your barracks?
You cannot at this point now. He's dying to the illusions.
I mean, Mind Control, he's not having fun. He's not having fun there.
He is not having fun.
It's not a fun time. As, yeah, this top racks slowly but surely taken out here by EG. They've got many things that they can look towards. Roshan's up if they fancy, if they want to back off. Of course, more than welcome to stay and continue to push into these barracks as well. They're up 23-6, 18k lead. AC done on Ice. BKB on Arbed. These huge items just continue to fly out. So done quickly here for EG.
Feels like one last hurrah for Team Nigma. Don't know what they can do. They have to land multi-hero ultimates, but they just can't. EG's continuing to just not give them the opportunities. The scouting, it's really been such good scouting. These mirror images, this Manta illusions from Arteezy have been absolutely perfect. As Roche, 3,300 HP Naga. Now you have to come twice. Good luck with that.
Let's see what they've got. Smoke up Nigma. Can they find some sort of insane level RP?
Can they even kill the heroes if they do now at this point with them being so strong?
I mean, Arteezy is in, and he's ready to start the action. He's in onto RTW. We'll get the fear off onto Arteezy. RTW screwing over towards Arbed. Oh, he's trying to look back at Arbed's able to dodge the RP. He dodges the RP with the sleight of fist. It's 2 dead on Nigma. It's going to be EG cleaning up again. As 4 dead, they'll tap out. It is over, it really is. GG, it's called. And my goodness, what a start to this series here. I think we all kind of expected a little bit more from Nigma in this game 1, but we really didn't get anything at all. This was EG through and through. What a fantastic showing here from Evil Geniuses in this game 1. This was back to sort of the terrifying status that we know that they can bring out.
Yeah, their laning phase was so dominant. Even though they get double kill top at the start, doesn't matter. They win the lanes so hard, collapse so early. They look like they were the ones playing that Team Nigma style where they bring extra heroes every time.
Yeah.
Nigma's just fully split up on the map. They can't do anything. They are way too hard countered in this one. Can't get any connections with their big ults on multiple heroes ever because EG just doesn't give them the chance. That was a masterclass.
I mean, what do you think overall from sort of Nigma's perspective meant that they just couldn't get anything going? I mean, from this game, you know, why are we seeing Nigma struggle as much as they did?
I think overall, at least from what I've seen, Mind Control tends to be that big powerhouse playmaker, action maker with Miracle. He wasn't a hero to do that this time. He's a bristleback, so he's not able to do that. ILTW is playing this Magnus carry where he feels like he needs to get involved. He needs to be the one making plays, but he's also the carry, so just feels like a weird dynamic that didn't look like the Team Nigma that we're used to seeing from these last few days. EG completely throws them off their element.
Yeah, absolutely. As you know, and I think overall, ILTW said having it in a tough one, 1-3-1. We'll see what sort of approach they go for next game. But as I say, there's definitely more to be shown here from Nigma, as we've seen already here at the Major. I'm sure they'll come back punching hard in game 2. But this game 1, it was just all EG, as EG will smash Nigma here in this first game.
Yeah, they really did. Thank you so much, Odie Pixel and Fogged. And that was, I feel like Brood is winning a lot at the moment. I feel like Team Liquid's doing quite well with the Brood as well, but EG made it look amazing. This was a first pick Brood, by the way, and I guess it wasn't just the Brood though, T.
Yeah, this is one of those games where you look at EG's lineup and it's the face value where you don't see like team fighting, that kind of construct. You instantly go, man, maybe it's not that good. But
Yeah.
the kind of the map presence and the kind of the positional advantage they have, when Brood wins her lane, takes that tower, when Nagia occupies her own jungle and has illusions push out mid and bot, you suddenly have this kind of like cutthroat ability to have all lanes pushed into like behind tier 2s by like minute 20. And you saw how many times I think Crit drew on the minimap in that game. It was like behind tier 2, this one line going the entire match like, hey guys, they're here right now. We are all here. Like we should not have any fears in this game because they just choked out Nigma from like minute 15 onwards.
It was definitely Constrictor Snake. Kyle, you did not like EG's draft.
Oh, what are you talking about? I loved EG's draft.
Oh, yes?
Just absolutely adored it. Yeah, you can really see the Broodmother first pick.
Followed up by the Hoodwink.
Bulba has
liked
been a
it.
coach with EG for a long time, Sheeves, and he's received a lot of criticism from the community for at times sticking to the same recipe for too long. But look at where they are. Second place at the last major, a long, storied history of success. Most of it under the captaincy of Bulba.
Yeah.
Well drafted.
And even when Nigma had a good start to the game, able to try and punish with the bristleback, it was actually Arteezy with this aggressive dual lane, then rotating away from that lane, the initial song setups, that kind of just gave EG this platform to play off. And I think, of course, we have to mention Arbed. He's an Ember Spirit. He's styling on mid.
Yeah.
How many times have you seen him play Ember, where like minute 8+, he's by the tier 2 just throwing out slights. He's just being in their face. And that's kind of the story of this game, honestly. It's Brood, Naga, Ember, all the cores, being obnoxious, and then, of course, Hoodwink making Bristleback feel very squishy.
Definitely. And I agree with what Fogg was saying. Like, the Bristleback, I think, delegated to the off lane seemed a bit of a miss. ILTW was a little uncomfortable on the Magnus. It didn't feel like he really understood how he needed to get involved. Ultimately, it might just be better suited for mid than safe lane because you're more easily able to rotate to jungle, to do your own stacks. And it just felt like this was the first time we saw Nigma in a scenario where they don't have map control, ever. They're playing against spiders, illusions. As soon as the Manta Diffusal comes out, you cannot win fights, and your lanes are being shoved into you everywhere.
Yeah, because would it have been different? I guess, they wanted to put Brood up against, Bristle up against the Brood. Can Mag not lane against the Brood? Or what was the plan?
I think this is just one of those moments where Nigma is a team that the reason why they're doing so well is their ability to adapt to the tournament meta.
Yeah.
And RTW, he plays so many pubs, he's always going to have the experience of new heroes coming in, and it's kind of what invigorated Nigma with the roster change, right? When RTW came in, it's like the playbook opened up.
Yeah.
But if you look at the pubs from RTW, on his main account, last 8 days, he's got no carry Magnus games. So this is clearly one of those things which, like, in mid-series, maybe in scrims they've been doing it, but it did look a little bit uncomfortable. Like, I think he ended the game like 1-3-1 on the Magnus. Let me triple check that. Yep, 1-3-1. He did 7.4 thousand damage. That really isn't what your carry should be doing.
No.
And unfortunately, it didn't look good, putting it bluntly. Maybe if he was on a traditional carry, they would have had some comeback mechanism.
And I want to credit the man on your screen right there. I think Arteezy played deserving of the role he's been put in on this EG lineup. His hero saved for last. There were some critics in the last game, not on this desk, of course, but
Yeah, you
in
love the
community.
Naga Siren.
Mainly in
Indeed.
that corner, but yeah.
Yeah.
But he performed. I think he got involved. He got active, and he had some
That's
really
the
nice
key thing.
songs to set up for offensive plays. I quite like that. And after being turned into a meme by PSG.LGD, it's good to see them stand strong against one of the best teams so far in this group stage.
Yeah, it makes me wonder how it got out of control. Because I thought the laning stage was okay, right?
It's a combination that you have.
For both teams, that is.
Yeah. It's a combination of the fact that Ember's the one starting the fights first, and EG aren't overwhelmingly bringing heroes to fights where Puck has an easy game, right? Like Puck, if you're behind, the easiest way to play Dota is TP into a 3-man fight under a tower, coil, kill them, you're back in. But EG always play like 1 or 2-man skirmishes or from distance, so Puck never has that clean rotation into kills. And then it kind of boils down to the fact that that's not working out, so Miracle's not having a game. He doesn't get any kills in this game, by the way. Then RTW's on this kind of uncomfortable hero, off-farming some, Blink Dagger Magnus. Like, it just isn't the Nigma that we've seen dominate in wildcard and have strong
dominate
performance.
today, earlier.
Exactly, and today. So I think this is one of those right off the game from Nigma, but it also shows that if EG gets these kind of positional style heroes, be it the Brood or kind of map dominating heroes, be it the Brood, be it the TB, be it the Naga, they are so scary with it.
Yeah, they looked very scary. I think that Brood probably banned again all across the board.
Yeah, I also was instructed, by the way, to remind the community at home, if you have any artwork or commentary whatsoever, if you want to just get involved with the stream, you can
What's
see
that?
what we're doing right now. Hashtag AniMajor or tweet stuff at, I think it's WePlay
Oh,
_esports.
it's perfectly balanced because the numbers on the Dire stream and the Radiant stream are the same.
Yes.
What's balanced?
The viewer
stream
numbers.
between
the
the Radiant
streams.
and then the Dire panel up there. We
It's
have
Thanos.
equally.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, squad
Perfectly
streaming OP.
balanced.
I think they're going to use that more during the playoffs. There's a lot of technical issues with the whole 2-stream setup.
Meme
but
format.
meme formats. I mean, if you can make your own, if you DM at Team Secret on Twitter, they also have some really good meme formats. I would recommend not photoshopping any teams into any sort of garbage disposal
No.
or dumpster or
No.
ice
Actually,
basket.
maybe-
Is there any hashtag people should use anyway?
AniMajor.
Hashtag
AniMajor,
AniMajor?
yeah.
Yeah.
And then because I saw someone did my outfit from yesterday. I like that.
Yeah, everyone's getting pictures. Do we need to do like funny poses or something? Or
But
be
you have
like,
to get ears. I think ears definitely make it.
Can I get some ears tomorrow then?
I mean, you're asking the wrong
I
person.
like the Hunger Games
These are
cosplay
mine.
you had. Yes.
No, I need to do the full beard again. I asked for full blue, and they're like, no. Shira has ears. No one else gets it.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh.
I don't mean this one, but this one's cool too.
Oh, look! I like how they got the one paw, in
Yeah,
one
we-
hand.
For the longest time, I only had the one
Wait,
paw because I was writing with my left hand. I have not been writing because
Gave
I will
up
tell
taking
you.
notes.
Yeah.
I've been so Owen.
Comfortable
Owen
she's
is
made it.
obviously at home. He's having a little bit more time to watch the show than what he normally has. So he's been watching and he's been giving feedback. And he's like, "Why don't you try to do the panel without writing down the draft so you can see more engaged with your panel,
Yes.
even if it's just visible."
This is
I
my
like this
favorite.
one too, but it's
Yeah.
still not the one that I mean. This one is the best.
Yeah. This is
Clearly.
It
Yeah.
really captured Slax's aura and stance. And
Yeah.
the fact, yeah. It's.
And the fact that
Amazing.
he's ripped now.
I mean, the dude's
This
looking good.
That's actually our group chat icon right
Yeah,
there.
it is.
Yeah, it is.
The Pirate Slacks.
Pirate Slacks is a good
Excellent. That's a good theme for a future tournament.
one. Pirate?
Everybody's listening.
Pirates, yeah.
Yeah, pirates.
Need to
Who's
get-
gonna lose their leg?
I do need
or
to leave
hand?
weight, so I guess it's the quickest way.
Well, I just think it'd be funny just to make people, if you get your predictions wrong, we'd add an extra person to the desk so that somebody loses walks the plank.
Yeah, no, but look, like there's like the Dire panel, right? We have one stream that could just be a plank and like a paddling pool, so we can turn it into also a panel
No,
and then the
we
hot
don't want to
tub
end up
stream
in that
where you
section of Twitch. Rich has already pitched ideas.
the duality of
we don't
the
need
major.
to do that.
The duality. Okay, great. Let's talk about the duality of EG and Team Nigma, because these are two teams that are very familiar with each other, very familiar with adapting. As we said in the previous game, before the previous game, actually, this is a matchup that often goes to 3 games if it's a best of 3 series. So I'm looking forward to seeing what Nigma can do in Game 2. How much do you feel like they need to adjust in
well-
their draft itself?
They're banning Brood, that's for sure.
Yeah, probably
Yeah.
ban Brood, don't pick Carry Magnus. Play a normal game of Dota.
It was an overall last pick mag though, so I guess that's as far as openings go, they'll
Yeah.
focus on that first.
A part of it as well is that they didn't really address the Brood in a way. Like the laning phase was all right, but you're not actually killing Broodmother, you're just trading. And they picked Willow and Puck into Broodmother. Both heroes
Yeah.
that get straight up eaten alive if they fall even the slightest bit behind. No real way of killing spiders, so
I guess I was gonna say the other point as well is in these bigger team fights. When we saw the replay, the highlights, it's the fact that Bristle was kind of over here getting broken by the hoodwink, and the rest of the team was getting zoned by Arbed alone, and they didn't have enough like reliable stuns to punish Arbed, and then also to then save the Bristle. It's like that disconnection between the two was like a very uncharacteristic for Nigma. They always have a little bit of like the creativity and the style of their team fights has been outstanding so far. And in this game, there wasn't any kind of like synergy between
Yeah.
the team, right? It was like we have this kind of fear to throw in and Bristle's zone there, and like no one was really working in conjunction. So that's kind of I'd like to just see them reset and go again, because like this series should be so much closer than what this game presented.
I like to see them do what they did against Vici. Like I wasn't able to watch it 100% live, and that game was the same duration as a draft on the other on this stream. It was crazy fast, and I want to see him play that fast because we know Team Nigma, they want to play fast, right? That's literally what Kuro has been saying in interviews, that that's the style that they aim to go for. And maybe the Broodmother put them out of their comfort zone in terms of that, and you just can't play as fast against a Brood.
A bit of it too is this time it's EG with the Lion. You know, this has been Kuro's favorite hero throughout most of the tournament.
True.
It gives them that easier ability to do as T said, you know, playing in like 2 places at once around the map, because Lion represents a kill with just a Diffusal Naga or a Broodmother or even just Ember Spirit. It's so much burst damage, and Crit did an excellent job. But really, it's a hard game for Nigma to win if they fall behind the lanes, just because of how this, you know, the spiders on one end, the illusions on the other work to pressure the map. And this also is what I feel like EG's been going for, why they've been so successful with the Terrorblade, because the game with the lead kind of plays itself for you. It's very hard to make mistakes when your lanes are always shoving into the enemy and you've got nothing to risk. We saw PSG.LGD do this against them with the carry axe.
Yeah.
Because Manta Illusions are just shoving lanes and they're like, well, where the hell is everybody?
How
And
do
then
we kill the
they got
illusions?
'em.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dota is impossible when lanes aren't on your side. It's like kind of Dota fundamentals.
Yeah.
And it's exciting actually to see a game in this style be won, because like not often do you have this high level of strategy be implemented to win a game. Normally it's like you get the kills, you go Roshan, you fight another fight, you get tier 3s. Like this was a very high level performance, and again, Nigma will be kicking themselves that they lost in this specific way, if I put my teeth in.
Puck first phase, yes or no?
No, stop. Oh, God. We need to learn. China is good. Europe is questionable at best. And we keep doing the puck.
China's playing puck.
Yeah, but we're not. Like, are they first phasing it?
No, they're not.
There we go. Don't first phase the puck. There's
I
like
was trying to give it a
Voice
silver
Spirit.
lining.
There's so many things that tickle the puck, and we don't want to be tickled no more in Europe.
No, because this was one of the games that Team Nigma has had a lot of games where the Invokers first phase banned against them because they started first phase picking Miracle's Invoker. They didn't go for it this time around, so maybe the next game will be going back for that, or you don't like that
And
either.
it's the Brood. You know, like when the Brood goes, like you're banning Viper, you're banning Timber. They pick a Brood that instantly removes some of these kind of flashier mid heroes, because you can't pick a non-tower defender into such a tower-dominating hero that is Brood. Brood just takes to tier 1, can bring webs to mid, and suddenly this Invoker's displaced, your safe lane's displaced. It's very difficult. And I'd maybe even argue, if you're respecting Ice with the Timber ban, respect him with the Brood ban as well, and find answers to a Viper. It's easier to find an answer to a Viper than it is to find an answer to kind of what Brood is.
We have game 2 right around the corner. We got EG on the Dire side. We got Team Nigma on the Radiant side, yeah, but it's not yet on our side.
No, I thought I'd just like tease everyone, like, ooh, are they going to ban the Brood?
Oh, they did ban the Brood.
And they did ban the
Teasing
Brood.
done. They also banned the IO on the side of EG, so they're going to stick with that one. First pick goes the way of EG as well. Some people would want to know that one as well. And we're going to have, I think, a maybe more standard opening. It's not going to be Mars, though, because Mars also removed Kyle.
That's a great ban. The new and improved Team Nigma, I think a lot of it was built on the back of mind control. He got his own thread earlier even, and he deserved it.
Yep.
The Mars, notably, you mentioned in the pregame previously, T-Gov, DK, another big one. But the Mars is just perfect for the way these guys like to play Dota, because it's team fight, it's the ability to play aggressive, and it's an incredible laner.
So they ban the AA, so which forces EG to have a first pick option, and it kind of gives a highlight to Nigma potentially going like Lion plus Timber, right? The Alliance style of draft, of course, Nigma being from Europe, they faced that quite a lot.
If I'm EG, I just pick Lion. You just pick Lion right here.
They go for the Enchantress, so now if Nigma are in their court, it's like the Inkling is Timber plus 1.
Yeah.
There's the Lion, Is Timber to follow?
DK,
Ooh, okay,
I'd be
DK.
okay with that too.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
play
that's
it
fine.
on multiple positions as well.
The Ench makes sense if with this concept, because if you read that they're going DK or Timber, Ench is great against both. Yeah, they have a ton of armor, but obviously Ench with the Impetus is doing pure damage. So really nice as a preventative measure. In addition, in the laning phase, you're really nice against Lion because the hero has no method of dealing with the creep you pick up. So you can bully him pretty hard in the lane as well. So I like where this opens, but I'm curious to see if EG have like that direct answer. Also, Ench, Holy Locket hero.
And they go
Negative
for the
Timber.
Timber Saw. Okay,
I
yeah.
dig it.
Why not? Would get banned, and an ice staple at that for EG.
But this is kind of the interesting point of the draft where it's like, you know EG will go Timber, you just first banned it,
Yeah.
but then you pick an offlaner that will be very susceptible to Timbersaw, right? It's like you're giving yourself a... Like maybe it's a comfort thing. You'd rather just pick DK for the stun and enable someone else in your draft, but it is interesting how when they had the clear option of DK Timber, they went for the kind of
For the DK.
the one that is countered by the other one, you know? That you go for DK countered by the Timber.
Yeah. Well, so far though, that's been the recipe. It's when
no, it
MC can actually buy a blink and ghost
Stun,
get things
yeah.
done. Yeah, he was not able to do so. Playing a bristleback, try as he might. So
Nice thing here is if you ever want to learn how to beat certain heroes, look at the team that has first pick, the bans that come after. When they pick a big core, be it the Timber in this scenario, the bans following will always be like the biggest counters to this hero. In the previous game, when they picked the Brood, it was Troll, it was Legion, it was like kind of Nyx. So just kind of look at the bans to see the pro team counters to these more meta heroes.
Radiant team
All right, so we're gonna have Team Nigma ban out some of the RTZ specials. Terrorblade, of course, to start.
Will there be a Naga ban? Ban
E-
all the illusion heroes. Ban a PL2.
Is Naga good enough to ban in this phase?
Arteezy currently has one on TB, Naga, PL1, Bloodseeker. So
Yeah.
yeah.
who's the Bloodseeker against? Wasn't that?
TNC. But
Yeah.
it was first game of the day.
Yeah, that was
of
also
TNC.
the weakest TNC's been at this
Yes.
tournament, and also technically a game. I heard some commentary that TNC could have 2-0'd that series, had a couple things gone their way. They made a couple of big mistakes, but either way, yeah, you can see that the repertoire for Arteezy is pretty limited to just illusion carries. And part of that, though, is the way EG likes to play, because it helps activate Ice on his just kind of carry, not carry, but, you know, not really a 4 shaded offlaner, but more shaded to a 2 that pressures the map, that pushes towers, and ultimately just only word I got is gravity. You know,
Ah, do love
requires
gravity.
more heroes to deal with him.
Yeah.
He sucks the enemies into his orbit, frees up the map for Arteezy.
Yeah, it's how it was played earlier. The way that TNC played it, he's just running across the map. Like, you can't stop this hero from just barreling down lanes and just being in your face. So yeah, it's...
Yeah. Also, more evidence of the VP influence on the meta,
Yeah.
because legitimately for, what, 2-3 months, they would first pick Lion Timbersaw when available.
Yep.
Like,
Sure.
that was that. And now suddenly we get to the major, we're wrapping up the group stage, and
We're
it's,
kind of moving towards it, yeah.
everybody's doing it.
For points, by the way, EG, if they win this series as a whole, if they manage to 2-0 Team Nigma, then they will be tied with
Yep.
Team Nigma and Vici Gaming, I
Wow.
believe.
All 7 and 5, yeah,
All
correct.
7 and 5, and all 3 in contention for the second place, meaning playoffs. Of course, PSG.LGD will not be able to get removed from their throne.
Well, they're already qualified through.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, correct.
All of these teams still have one series tomorrow. EG will face Team Liquid, Vici Gaming will face PSG.LGD, and Team Nigma faces beastcoast. Okay. There's a little bit of a discrepancy in difficulty of opponents there as well.
Yeah,
True. But
Yeah,
it will be a weakened or sleepy PSG.LGD, considering that they have legitimately nothing on the line.
Yes. Yes.
But
Can't
this is
say what I
big,
was
I'd
gonna
say.
yes, but no.
I think this is bigger for Nigma because it puts them in the driver's seat, right? Suddenly they have that game advantage, and they know, look, we wake up tomorrow, we play well, we 2-0 Beast Coast, a team likely going to be eliminated, then we'll be in the uppers, and that it's not bad. I don't want to be in a single elim tournament.
Nope.
Looking at the playoff bracket.
No,
No.
not at all.
That is a Holy Locket hero, as we now will call the Phoenix and the Enchantress as well. So they got that percentage heal for the Dragonite, meaning you can use him as a frontliner. Be that for the mid or for mind control, for Miracle or for mind control.
The main thing for Nigma here is they ban out the POs also. They ban out 3 of the big Arteezy style heroes that can easily be a win condition behind the gravity that Timbersaw provides. Nigma then pick up the Phoenix to deal with what Timber wants to do in the game. If he's ever locked down by 1 stun into a Sunray, he can easily die when he's only kind of got the hood early on.
We forgot about the bug!
Here it is. Bug appears in second phase, and this is going to be a nice pick because the way that EG played game 1, it was Ice with the boys in the jungle. Now it will be the exact same style, and Nyx is picked for the carapace, just instantly stopping the Sunray to then make Timbersaw back to his tanky state. If they didn't have any way to stop that Sunray, then this Timbersaw isn't going to have fun. But the Nyx now cushions the Timbersaw.
Yeah.
pretty solid stuff from both teams so
It's
far.
really complimentary as well because Nyx isn't really the greatest. You don't want to stick in the lane forever. Timbersaw likes to have as much solo XP as possible, but you also provide a ton of lockdown, which Timbersaw obviously has none of. And you love being able to play with heroes that shove lanes and provide vision. So Timber can just walk at towers, which then frees up crit on the Nyx Assassin to play off-map. And off-map, a Nyx is always a threat, especially post-level 6. Just vision in general, I think at this major has proven invaluable. I've seen so many games where between both teams you have a minimum of 15 sentries on the map at a time. And Nyx, you know, you can't focus on dewarding because you have to hold some of them for your
Want
for your
to
team fights.
point out that Team Nigma has not got any time left. That's 5 seconds bonus time.
Yeah, they've eaten for a lot of their time, and as a result of it, they've picked a Luna. Of course, the last time I think Nigma picked Luna, they actually had great success. It was in the tiebreaker, I believe.
True.
It was like the best of one win there.
That's true. That's true. They won versus IG with the Luna. It's also the only time they played Luna the entire major. But it worked. I must say, though, it worked because of one fight.
Yeah.
It is the hero that if you win one fight, you can run down mid and take the throne, and that is exactly what they did.
So far, it is also undefeated in the major. But I.
Ooh, Arc Warden is a hero not yet picked, by the way. First Arc Warden of the tournament. And
What's your illusion hero replacement?
special.
I can't
clones.
play TB.
Yep.
I don't want to play Naga. Can't play PO.
It almost worked for the Jedi. I think it's got a good shot of working for EG because ultimately this activates that same style. Another hero that can shove lanes, global threat as well, which is great when you're playing with a Nyx Assassin.
But I guess the caveat to this is simply Nigma will have a good time because Luna against Timbersaw is not the worst of the lanes, and they still easily can move as a team towards objectives. Arc Warden will become the titan of defending high ground if the game can be salvaged or kind of kept even for like 25 minutes plus. But before that, Nigma is kind of the king of just complete domination of just picking the team fights. Because EG stuns right now, it is Ench if it steals a Centaur and an Impale, plus whatever hero they have left. Like, it isn't that great for like preventing the run at you mentality Nigma will want to install in their lineup.
Spike Carapace still strong as well.
Yes.
I count
is
that
true.
as a stun.
No, it is true. That it does count. So they have 2 and a smidge of a stun.
2
But
and
they
a
didn't
half.
need stuns previous game, so not expecting it to be too important this game.
All right, so on the side of Team Nigma, we're looking for a hero for either Mind Control or Miracle. Up in the air still. We have the Nature's Prophet ban. Was finally maybe on the radar, but EG removed it. So they're feeling this Miracle, Miracle DK.
It's potentially both, but that was a really prescient ban because that would be very on point for Kuro to move Miracle onto the DK and pick something that then adds pressure.
That's what they need,
The
honestly.
support duo does not deal with the Prophet or really any sort of creep hero, and Arc Warden gets bodied by it in lane, and then, yeah, sure, you're great at defending towers. That's much later into the game, and NP Luna DK, you're looking to end games much like they did against Vici earlier, pre-20 minutes, so really nice job there. EG, you just really need any kind of playmaker for Abed, preferably one that isn't, you know, you can't really go for a Storm or a Puck as comfortably when you're playing against double stun mechanics and, of course, the Hex that line adds as well.
If we're moving the DK to Mind Control, there's an Invoker still in the pool. They played with the Invoker Luna combo in that best of one.
That's what the draft is missing, too. They need a steroid for the Luna. They need something that gets this draft
Get the Electi.
faster timing.
Oh, Nigma does have last pick in the draft, so
Yes.
EG right now, they need that tempo style hero. Ember's ban, Puck's ban, they're going to be going for the Storm Spirit.
Anyway,
Which
okay.
again, into heroes like Lion DK, it can be a bit weird, but because you have the Timbersaw, he's the one tanking up these spells to then initiate with the Storm Spirit.
Abed Storm
Instant hit.
almost won
There's the Invoker.
the major. First of all, Singapore Major, Abed Storm was the driving force of that.
Yeah.
And Miracle Invoker has it been defeated this major? Yes, once. TNC was able
lost
to
to
beat
TNC,
it.
yeah.
But that's it.
Really cool to see these teams, though. Like, you can agree or disagree with it, but, you know, Nigma have hard counters to Storm, but for EG's draft archetype and for their comfort, this is the best hero to round out their draft. Same goes for Nigma with the Miracle Invoker. You're playing into Nyx. You're playing against a Storm Spirit. Doesn't matter. This is what our draft needs. This activates LTW's Luna, so we'll just pick what we like, what we're best at, damn your draft. We don't care about counters. This is what works for us.
Yeah, the key thing for me is how they get mind control into the game. He is often instrumental in Nigma's performances recently, but he's playing a DK lane into Arc plus ENG. That isn't going to feel that comfortable, and Nigma has to realize that 25-30 minutes later into this game, Arc Warden Storm is the equivalent of like a Spectre Storm. This is such a big hitting 1-2 punch. You are not going to feel comfortable looking at high ground when EG gets items. So it's all about the pace that they set in the game. Give DK a game, get a blink, go.
The big answer is, what will Miracle's timing be on his Spirit Vessel?
Okay.
Will that be enough to slow down Ice 3?
Yep.
Will Crit get active fast enough? And how do both teams control Ancients? Because if LTW gets ahead, we'll see him go to the Mask of Madness, maybe get an early BKB. Like, remember what happened in the wild card. One big fight, that is at least a Rax for Team Nigma. They will eat through buildings with this combination.
So with all that said, is there any particular style you guys favor? Because it's two styles clashing.
I guess it kind of goes down to the Storm Spirit, where we've seen most players nowadays go Sanj and Kaya and be a bit tankier, be able to live through the stuns. But then also I've seen a lot of pub players still going for the Orchid. And this is the type of game where EG needs a little bit more punch in the fight. So maybe even going for an unconventional kind of pub style build with the Orchid, get a couple kills, kind of break down the resources of Nigma, might buy them enough time. But again, Nigma needs to go, go, go. EG needs to survive. Hopefully a much closer game than game one.
Go, go, go sounds like fun to me, for sure. I'm sure that's fun for our commentary team as well. It's OD Pixel and Fog for game 2.
Go, go, go indeed. EG versus Nigma. This looks like a much more Nigma draft. EG still doing their similar approach here. Maybe relying on the Ice Timbersaw quite a lot in this early game. We'll see if it does end up paying off. Owen, how do you feel about this one?
I think, the panel's right. We're going to see a much closer fight from Nigma, surely, this time round, compared to what was a tough opening game with them. I love the finisher. I think a lot of the Nigma fans at home will as well. The Miracle Invoker coming into play. I mean, this alone should give them more potential to just do much more than they could do in the first game. Overall, though, I gotta say, with the way that Arteezy's been carrying games, I think you gotta be pretty scared of him on his Arc Warden. We've seen how well this boy's been farming recently on the Arc Warden. You have the potential for your greed to go off the scale. They've got to slow him down early. If they don't slow this man down, I think Arteezy will be able to just take away this game as an Arc.
I'm dead.
Definitely agree. I think this is the Nigma draft, though. I looked at that last draft and I was like, what's going on here? This looks much different from what we're used to. They don't really have their mind control playmaker, active collapse on the map. They lost the early game so hard in the last game that they couldn't even play the draft the way that they wanted to. This one, it does feel like a bit greedy from EG. They also picked the Nyx Assassin into DK, and then Nigma goes for this Luna, where it's all about that group up and go. So I do feel like Nigma can set the pace a lot easier this time, but that's what they have to do. They cannot let this game start getting to this farm split push, because that's where Arteezy's going to thrive.
No, we're without a doubt. I mean, I think night and day, this is just much better to see RTW on the Luna compared to the Magnus.
Agreed.
I mean, the lad's master tier on this hero. He's going to perform. He obviously had a rough one last game. That's just not going to happen again. That's not going to happen here. I refuse to believe we're going to see anywhere close to sort of that level of struggle from RTW in this game too.
No, I agree. I think EG, they got away with murder last time when they have this Abed making space, getting the double runes. I think this was really important for them. Getting his haste rune, getting his arcane rune to set the tempo, having the Broodmother take over the whole top side of the map. That caused so many problems for Nigma. This is their bread and butter. This is what they've been winning with. This is what they've been kind of setting the meta with in most of these games. And I really do think it's Ice Timbersaw the one to watch in this game for being able to fight versus that big aggression that Nigma's going to be bringing.
Yeah, and sort of overall, how is this game as a Timbersaw game? Is this a game where you can see Ice becoming unkillable, or you think they'll have ways to threaten him at multiple points of the game?
They're going to go for the Vessel, right? Miracle is one of the few players that still goes for it really early on Invoker every game. Even if he's not versus some type of a healing hero, he still gets it, and they have overwhelming magic damage and percent damage. They have a Phoenix, so Sunray's always going to be a problem. Luna does that mixed damage. So it does feel like they should be able to kill him, unless he gets off to too good of a start. He gets that super early hood. We'll see.
So far in the lanes, what we got?
They did decide to put the Nyx as the 5, so putting Crit, because they have a ranged hero. They're putting him up top and putting Fly bottom to try to secure the lane. Been interesting to see that change up.
Yeah, that's right. I guess what is this just because Fly can more consistently trade harass with GH as a ranged hero?
I guess so, because I don't know if they expected it to be Kuro up top. I think perhaps they expected it to be the Phoenix up top. That's why they went for this lane setup. So I think Nigma maybe saw this coming, and that's why they set the Lion up top and they put the Phoenix down bottom. Interesting. Does punish my control less. If this is Enchantress up top versus the DK, then it would be more punishing. But either way, the Arc Warden is an excellent matchup versus the DK in lane.
Yeah, I mean, we see Mind Control at the moment struggling the most out of the cores. Not having too easy of a time getting the CS in this top lane. That's a crit. I'm going to have stun up in a second, but we're not quite wanting to go for it. Knows that level 2 is there. Crit doesn't have the carapace though, does have the mana burn. Trying to
Yeah, bit cool.
have that potential to limit the combo.
And Artesia gets Magnetic Field at level 2, something you don't really see too often. We don't see Arc Warden very often at all, but yeah, a bit interesting. CGH still level 1. He's getting ran down.
Well, there we have it. They will finally be able to do it. I mean, he was having a bit of a tough time trading hits against Fly. Fly coming out on top.
He's prioritizing blocking the camp. I think he knows he's going to end up dying there, but he does get the sentry down, so there's going to be no hard camp accessible for Fly. Mid fairly even.
Yeah. Arbed 20 for 2. Last Miracles 19 for 5. We'll see who's going to be the most active out of the two of them. Is there Miracle likely to be in an early position to make aggressive moves, sweeping the map? Arbed. Very careful here, down to his last bottle charge. His Miracle will be able to push him forward around these 4-minute runes. Looks like we're not going to get anyone swinging over towards mid lane yet.
They're probably telling Kuroki to check it. I think he's going to immediately go to check top rune, and Miracle's going to go to check bottom. Because they're going to be able to prevent Abed from filling this, and that's going to be problematic for the Storm.
I mean, Abed...
Oh, and Miracle's getting aggro. He might
just be dead. Whoop, very fast popped Abed. 20 HP there. Only just surviving. He is going to have to take the walk back to base. I don't know if Kuro is going to be able to find an angle on this. No, there's no chance, Abed. With the brown boots. Will manage to walk back to base, but yeah, this hurts. This sort of pressure from Miracle pushing Abed away around that timing. That's going to give Miracle at least a full wave here to himself that's going to be missed out upon by the Storm.
That's huge. Double null, just going for the lane domination here on Miracle. Yeah, that's really nice for Team Nigma to start out with. As bottom, Fly is leaving Ice alone for a moment, so he's got Toon reactive, but Luna is one of the better carries to deal with Timbersaw since you have that high magical damage. Starting to bring Ice low. He's got Stick, so should be just fine, but he's not getting as much as he would like. 18 last hits only versus the 27 of the Luna, so really seeing why they went for this pick. High physical damage and magical in combination. Fly looking to slow down Miracle a little bit, but that's a bit of a weird rotation. Guess he's just looking to get some wards up here. But does feel like Fly needs to play more around this bottom lane. Otherwise, Ice, he's not going to get off to the start that he needs to for this team.
Sure, well, you feel that if he's not able to rush towards that first early item, he is going to be held back in a state that Nigma can deal with the Timber at.
Absolutely. He still should get the hood at a decent timing, but there's overwhelming magic damage he has to deal with. Like the Invoker, the EMP, just the combination from the Luna. Does have to be careful. Ice staying very low down bottom. Does have the heal and the salve on Fly.
Fly. Get aggressive onto RTW here with a Hellbear Smasher. Chain forward. RTW is going to get burst down. EG.
Nice play.
See a chance to get in on top of the Luna, and they've got the damage to take him down. Maybe GH as well, actually. GH does still have a dive available, but Ice is in. He's able to cut him down straight away. No chance to dive away as EG back with some quick hits on the bottom lane. Mid lane, Nigma will be able to get the catch onto Arbed. I'll take the kill underneath the tower.
Great move from Fly. Love that he makes that rotation back down, just recognizing a small moment where he can get the collapse onto the Luna, who steps near the tree lines. IL2W does have to be cautious playing around those trees near Ice. High burst damage. And I believe that should be... What is that? His hood almost done? He actually goes for a Soul Ring, so getting a little bit more mana on Ice to keep applying that pressure down here.
Okay, I mean, I guess he's seeing it. With the sort of set from Fly, EG can get the kills down.
Yep, and they're bringing Abed.
He wants to go for a move in with his level 6. But he's been spotted out by Miracle's illusion. So they know what's going on here. RTW is going to be fully aware. And with that in mind, yeah, it looks like Arbed, he might be able to catch RTW going to the jungle. So no, not going to be the case. RTW able to pass him. GH still hanging around underneath the tower. Being persistent here, and in fact, Arbed, he's going to be able to scout this out. GH will dive away. Arbed wants to chase no points in the Vortex with this skill build, so doesn't have any control here for the Phoenix. Still, though, GH is kind of trapped here behind the trees.
Fire Spirits, though.
Has he got any help coming in? I mean, ILTW's coming over. GH pops the stick charge at Arbed. He's got to be careful. RTW nearly takes him out. GH will try and pop us out, but the final impetus from Fly does take him down. So they will get the kill on GH, but takes quite a bit of an effort there from Arbed and Kuro. Need to be able to play with Arbed on the way out, and with RTW coming over, Arbed, he's going to be straight up dead. Nigma, they take down Arbed. Ice and Fly. Can they punish this? They can't. RTW and Kuro are able to walk away, so a painful moment there for Arbed with the effort that he was putting in to get that kill. Does, play a part in it, but losing his life for it.
And top, they take the entire tower before Mind Control even hits 6. Just off that first Cardi, they're able to take the tower. Miracle's still hunting for crit. They scanned up here. They know that this Nyx Assassin's still in the area. He's got earn charges too. Crit, he's spotted. He's in trouble.
Crit. Yeah, with the damage from Mind Control, the Miracle, they'll have no struggle taking out the Nyx Assassin. Nigma making the plays here, starting to get this build up. 1k lead over to mid. Ice, he's pushing in. Mind Control's TP'd over. He's going to have Dragon Tail stun in a second. Ice, we'll see how carefully he plays this. And he's going to be cautious enough. Kuro not quite able to get in range to open up things with the stun.
Bit of an interesting skill build coming out from ILTW, maxing the aura. That just tells me even more so about grouping up. That's been the entire Nigma style. He's not looking to really farm, maxing Moonglaves or anything like that. He's looking to be a playmaker, playing around with this 5-man, just pressure towers as Mind Control's poking mid, and they're probably going to swing around in this area. Looking to move toward top right now. Kuro not quite level 6, but Miracle is in the area. Arbed has to be careful.
With this extra damage boost that he's given to the team, he knows that Arbed will die in the stuns.
He sure will.
They'll catch crit off to the side, and you're seeing, a couple of disables, and with that buff up, Nigma have no struggle for damage at this stage of the game. They'll be able to kill pretty much most of these heroes very easily with a 2-3 hero rotation.
Yeah, super high right clicks on everybody. Kuro now level 6 too, so he's got Finger at the ready early. Pre-10 minutes, level 6 on the Lion. Ice looking to hold that mid tower as long as possible. He'll find himself a nice courier. Yeah, he's got to be careful how hard he dives.
Ice. They're ready to turn things around him. He tries to dive in aggressively for GH. Can he get his way out of there? They've got the stun control. Fingers out into the tornado. Ice.
Still alive.
Manages to get away. Now backup's come in. Ice still alive here. They got anything else to catch him with? They haven't. Ice makes it out there underneath the noses of 4 members of Nigma.
And it's the Finger usage too. Somehow able to tank through it with the hood.
Yeah, it's enough.
That looked scary too. He was so far up, but they couldn't punish him. If they had an ILTW rotation, they would kill him, but he was prioritizing farming a stack. They still have DK form to hit this tower with a 10-minute catapult coming in. Now Fly.
So they're looking for Fly. Getting left behind deep here on enemy lines. As, he himself wasn't
he's okay as well.
Okay, they just can't get the kills here at the moment, Nigma. They can't kill Ice, they can't kill Fly. Even with being able to outnumber EG, it doesn't matter at this stage. They're not getting these kills at all.
And space for Arteezy. Maelstrom's done. He's not getting pressured because they're making these deep moves. Yep, he's going for full greed. He has to this game. They're going for later,
it's the way
later scaling. Yeah.
Now he gets this Maelstrom Midas online. He's going to be hitting gold values that just... You're not going to be keeping up with. I mean, ILTW at the moment at that top spot, but once Maelstrom and Midas is done, if Arteezy continues to get space, he's going to quickly close the gap on that Luna.
Has to get some type of way to increase his farm a bit faster, because ILTW, he's maxed the aura, but now going back for that max Moonglaive, not going for any points in ult. He's starting to prioritize his greed and farm.
Full 1k lead here for Nigma already, as hoped for a much closer game than what we saw in game 1. Bottom
being chased
to hunt him down here. Has he got any backup coming in? Miracle and GH, they're smoked up on the way over. Can they quite get here in time with that Maelstrom? They've got an extra bit of magical damage to go for him, but they're in with the egg. See if they're able to get it off in time. They can't take the... Oh, they can. The Fly will manage to get the last hit, and they bring down the Supernova, but it's Nigma cleaning up big time, as this time ILTW's ready to get involved. With the Luna turning up, it absolutely is that extra bit of power that Nigma need to come out on top of these fights.
And they barely even kill that egg. They have to use the magnetic field to give them that extra attack speed to bring it down, but it's a bait egg. The rest of them just come up and they get cleaned up quickly. My Control survives during all of it. ILTW comes for the cleanup. Level 10 near level 11. And that's Arteezy's first death. He's only level 8. He is going to be really far behind of this Luna. Vessel now done for Miracle. Now they have the opportunities to kill this Timbersaw.
Much more of the pace that we expect to see from Nigma this game too. This is what's
I don't know how I feel about Arc Warden either. Does feel like a bit of a hard hero to make work. Yeah, I think he's really hard to make work in a lot of these games when they do have reach and when they do have ways to take down these towers, and just getting on top of you is one of the biggest things too that we've seen that Nigma's been so good at doing with My Control on this DK and with this Phoenix. They just commit onto these heroes. So Arteezy definitely has to have some protection. He has to have, that's why I was mentioning, like Ice has to have a good game because he has to be that body unit for Arteezy. He's queued up a BKB on Ice, so that's really saying a whole lot how he feels about this game, how it's going to start going, because there's so much overwhelming magic damage that is coming out from Nigma. Miracle, looking for Fly.
Miracle, he's got the catch. And with the Vessel down on him, they've certainly got the damage. No chance for Fly to heal up this time. It's Nigma maybe seeing if they could chase down for more. Mind Control is able to get the stun off onto Crit. They're chasing up to the high ground. They've caught him, slowed him down here in the ice wall. It's another one here for Nigma. As with those kills, they'll have the space to push on mid. And of course, with this Luna and Dragon, they have a lot of pushing potential this time around, Nigma, to take these quick towers.
They're starting to take advantage of the map, taking control completely. Look at this ILTW net worth, 8,200 on the Luna.
I mean,
this is ridiculous.
So far ahead.
He's level 12 as well. Look at that next highest level in the game. It's level 10s.
Well, as I will see if Arteezy does catch up with when he has the Midas done on top of the Maelstrom, but honestly, if RTW is going to farm this fast, maybe you don't catch up to this Luna.
No, and Abed spotted. Miracle is stalking him with the Ghost Walk right now, pinging him out. Abed, he's got to be careful. Kuroki's starting to rotate over. Ice, looking to go on ILTW. But Abed is getting caught. Can he zip out?
The stun.
Can.
And look who picks it up as well. ILTW turning up for the last touch there to get the kill. More money into the bank of the Luna. As RTW is just, this is insane. 9K net worth.
It is. And that was smooth by Miracle. He just ghost walked, chilling on the side, waiting for an opportunity to see when Abed just takes one step too far, when Kuroki can close the gap. Starting to get quite a bit of control on the map here. Feels limited moves that EG can make, since Abed is he's just so shut down in the game from the hero matchups. He's versus a Lion, he's versus a DK, he's versus the Invoker. There's so much control for him. Crit, he's trying to do the same thing. He's stalking ILTW. This could be a big grab if they can get on him. But Nigma's prepared. They're already rotating over. The ward does spot them. Crit starting to back away. They have that Obs and that Sentry inside of the lane.
EG can't fight this. Abed and Arteezy are just not in fighting shape right now.
Now they're going to look to swing toward mid, where Ice is getting some good tower pressure with the siege creep. GH, let's start slowing it down. And they will bring My Control. Blink Dagger is done on the DK.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Abed. He wants to maybe see if he can get something over it, but it's so hard to make a move into
really
Nigma right now. I don't know how you make this sort of players, EG.
It's difficult too, because as we mentioned, they don't have a team fight draft whatsoever. They're all about split push, all about trying to catch heroes that are isolated. Nigma is not about that playstyle. This is their bread and butter draft of grouping up. They have a blink on the line already too. Kuroki getting one super early in this game, 16 minutes. Man, this map feels like it's going to be really hard to play for EG for the next 10 plus minutes. Oop, Abed. Fancy footwork. His TP's on cooldown.
He's going to get cold
He's caught.
He's dead.
He's gone.
Another quick catch here from Miracle.
I'm dead.
sharing the tips out between themselves and Nigma. I mean, Nigma's feeling the flow this time. As I say, this is what's been allowing Nigma to run over games when they play at this pace and with this level of execution. 11-5, 4K lead. I mean, it's just completely different to game one. I think they're going to be looking at game one and be saying, right, we're never doing that again. Because it's just totally different.
No, they're probably looking and just being like, let's just keep picking our, let's just pick our stable heroes. Let's not make My Control play some Bristleback. Let's make My Control play his stunners, his Timbersaw last picks that he can just absolutely decimate and dominate the map. Tipping each other again, really feeling themselves as they should be. This game it's just feeling so hard for EG to do much of anything. They're just constantly getting caught. Look at this, Abed, 5 deaths. He's just getting caught over and over and over again. Hiroki and Miracle, not letting him play the game.
They're destroying the lads. They really are.
This is Swift. Again, immediate TP's bottom. Miracle ghost walked on the hunt. There is a sentry in lane, so they will see him this time. Can EG prepare?
See Miracle.
Crit.
Crit knows Miracle's around. Even with the information, EG, what do they do with this? They can't. It's very hard for them to really punch into Nigma. Nigma's happily going to take a fight if EG try and start something. Sly. They're just going to go for him here. Easy opening as he tries to go for a bit of warding control.
It's getting out of control. It's only a 4K lead, but it's starting to feel much bigger than that already at this point. Because EG, they have no way to fight back. They don't have the easiest way to split push either, like they did last time with Brood, Spiderlings pushing out the side lanes, Illusions being super pesky. They have to try to body with their heroes. And Nigma's just saying, okay, sure, good luck. We're just going to kill you every time you show on a lane.
Yeah,
Midas not done for Miracle too. Yeah, they're just swinging 3 heroes constantly across the map with this early blink on Kuro, early blink on Mind Control. There's really no breathing room for EG at all.
I mean, EG, RTZ is still playing for the scaling up. We're seeing next up after the Maelstrom Midas, he is going to work on completing the Mjolnir before we see any sort of defensive item, any BKB come into his build. So just continuing to stretch out the amount of time where RTZ, he's not going to really be interested at all in getting involved in these fights. So at least if he does, he could be in huge danger.
He'll just die almost immediately if he does look to join in. Philosopher's Stone also picked up for the side of Nigma, so even more casual gold coming the way. There's that Midas finished, and look at these deep wards that they've placed. The one near the Ancients is soon going to be dying, but the one up top, it's fresh. It's going to spot any type of moves that EG does look to do to clear out their jungle. See the circle drawn. ILTW has a perfect read of where EG is right now. Circling it, they even see that ward get placed down, so now they're 100% aware of where EG's playing, so they can just hit the bottom tower. This is really good planning. This is Nigma in a nutshell from what we've seen in this tournament.
Dire structures are fortified. Radiant structures are fortified.
And they're smoking. ILTW continues to show bottom, but they're smoking across the map to look for pickoffs with these Blink heroes, with Miracle.
So they're going to be able to get the catch on. There's top lane at the moment, Artesian and Crit. The Artor would be the big one here.
They see Miracle.
Head into the trees, he's out with the TP. Good attempt there from Miracle, just comes a moment too late. Over to the side, they will find Crit. The rest of Nigma. Catch the Nyx Assassin.
Has been killed.
With that, the top lane pushing in, ILTW in position to just, again, just take over the entire jungle of EG. Heavily limit the space that RTZ has to farm it. RTZ Mjolnir complete. So the next time we'll see what he goes for. I would imagine it is going to be something to give him some sort of sustainability in the action. So the moment with the Midas and a Mjolnir, he doesn't stand a chance in the fights.
If he doesn't go BKB, I don't know how they're ever going to fight. They're going to lose their base. I think Nigma's just going to start forcing the issue here.
I mean, at least with these two, he will be able to farm the BKB pretty quick. That is if he has space to send the double down lanes. But
they're losing just, it's full map control. ILTW has a butterfly, Owen.
I mean, he's so,
he is
15K net worth. I mean, I really thought that this Midas Maelstrom, Mjolnir Arc Warden would be able to keep up, but he has not at all. ILTW is just so far ahead.
It's the way that Nigma's just swinging across the map. It's like 3 heroes hunting. EG just has to literally play the avoid game. They have BKB on Ice, so perhaps he can look to body and play in a deeper position, but anyone else who gets found is just dead. Abed, he's going for the Bloodstone build, but that's not going to save him, it feels like. He does have an Arcane Rune to play around, but he's still just going to get caught from these disables. There's so many that Nigma has.
I mean, it was RT's, you know, still commitment to the build. Going for the bots recipe next. And then, of course, you know, at least playing from the base then will allow him to, you know, get that double out in the side lanes, make sure that all lanes aren't getting pressured in on him. But does, of course, mean he's still very vulnerable in these moves if Nigma's able to get the jump on him. He's got to play very safe. And you know, so far, so good. He has only died the once this game. Arteezy has been able to keep it pretty safe himself.
But he's almost 6,000 gold behind Vici Luna. It's not getting better. It's not changing by any means. Nigma has full control of the map. It's like, it looks like the opposite from the last game.
No, it really does. It really, really does. Last game was just a completely different Nigma, it felt like. This time round, things as expected. Yeah, the difference in performance, as I said at the start, that I think you could have expected to see between this ILTW Luna compared to what he was able to do on Magnus. It's massive. Gonna try and make the jump on Mind Control, but Mind Control's got backup coming in. He can be popped from Ice, he'll look to stay on top of Mind Control. He's got the damage, they will bring down the DK, they're on top of Artur, over to the back, Arteezy's dead and gone, they're over to Crit as well, 2 taken out, RTW is just ready to clean them all up here with the Eclipse. Ice, he's out to the side, but they'll find him with their last bit of damage. Abed is in onto RTW,
gets him.
Will actually be able to bring him down. GH is looking to get out with the TP, he's out in time. All things said and done there, Abed will manage to get some sort of a cleanup here for EG.
Not bad. Not bad, all things considered. How far behind it really feels like they are. Yeah, they get the setup. They split the fight up nicely. Yeah. When they know they're at this big disadvantage of that fight, they do get the good split. Force a lot of ultimates onto Arteezy while they go onto Miracle in the backlines with Crit and with Abed. They get the perfect grab on him with those two. And now the Bloodstone, he's up to 17 charges, so some small signs of life for EG.
Absolutely. Well, they need a bit more of that, but big fight to be had there, especially when you're taking down this RTW Luna. Some money here for Abed. Arcane Rune as well, ready to go for the next bit of action they get involved in.
All right, all right. Nigma says, who cares? Smoke again, look for the fight. LTW still dead for 5.
EG smoking up as well.
They're all alive. ILTW still not alive. He is TPing toward top, close to BKB on him. He's changed it up. He's going for Satanic, going for more greed. Mind Control.
Mind Control.
Jumps in.
Against the initiation onto Ice, but not the clearest one to sort of follow up.
ILTW wants nothing to do with this. He's like, let me finish my item, guys. Give me a moment, and then I'll come join with you. I'm very close to the Satanic. Right after he finishes up these 2 camps, he will have it done. Still 6,000 ahead of his counterpart.
Another smoke.
EG back-to-back smoke, yeah.
Yeah, keeping their foot on the pedal there.
Arcane Rune on Abed, like you said. So feeling like they do have a bit of momentum going their way. Kuroki is going to walk right into them.
Found Kuro. Get the Hex off. They're zipping straining over towards him. Abed's able to get the grab off with the Vortex. Kuro. The stick charges will still fall. They cut him down here as they fly across with the Timber Chain. EG. Look at the kill on Kuro and the back off. They'll lose Crit, support for support, maybe fly as well as the Tornado does clip him. And that will set up for Nigma to find a couple this time.
Can't believe that hits him. Absolute max range Tornado just catches Fly. They almost were able to get the retreat.
You know, Arteezy, he's getting there. BKB, of course, is indeed coming up next. He's making his way towards it. With the BKB in these fights, he might stand a bit of a better chance. Obviously, still has to be very cautious of ILTW cutting through him if he gets on top of him with the high amount of physical that he's dishing out right now. But at least we'll have the ability to stand and you know, not have to worry about these you know, heroes trying to jump him as he sits on the back lines.
He is spotted for a second here, though. There is a ward, and it's going to be important that they get those BKBs off pre-jump, because there is these 2 almost instant disables that are coming out from the DK and the Lion. They're definitely getting themselves into a better position here. Storm Spirit, 18 Bloodstone charges, almost level 18 on him, too.
And the thing is, yeah, as the gold is sort of going with the split, it could turn into this sort of late game scenario where if they can kill the Luna, if they get rid of the Luna, get rid of RTW in these fights, you know, the power of RTZ on the Arc and Arbed on the Storm as the game scales on could be a little too overwhelming for the rest of Nigma in the team fight.
No, absolutely. And they do have the matchup of a Nyx versus an Invoker. So the Nyx just starts to get stronger and stronger as he gets those mana burn levels. 2 mana burns in the fight, and the Invoker is likely dead if he doesn't go for a BKB of his own. Definite signs of life to slowing it down, but this Luna still tremendous. And the Luna does have a steroid function with that Invoker behind him, too. So that's the one thing that RTZ is kind of lacking in this game. Doesn't have a hero to buff him up. Besides himself, of course, with the magnetic field. And there's an Aghanims now on the Invoker. Miracle does have Cataclysm at the ready. If they get a multi-hero stun, even if they get a single hero stun, whoever does get hit by it is likely just instantly dead in the fight. LTW, now BKB of his own. After a full Satanic, these items are just getting pumped out so quickly.
Killing him is not going to be easy whatsoever.
No, and the Roche fight, that's going to be the test for EG. Fighting around that area where Nigma's just going to be able to hit the Roche and force EG into a weird position with an egg. BKB, done on RTZ. Stun on 2, nice.
Neither team really with the ability to walk into Roche. Got to take a fight beforehand.
Smoke by EG. LTW breaks it instantly. Another
He's charging
regen rune on the Storm. He's just running into them.
I mean, he knows how strong he is, RTW here. Crit over to the side. Will
Nice
be able to
stun.
set up with a 2-man stun, and they get the jump straight away onto Miracle. Miracle's getting burst down. Miracle, he's able to step on the side. The Cataclysm comes crashing down. It's a cleanup here from RTW and Miracle, as it's a triple kill on the Luna. They get the combos off. They could not quite burst Miracle as Nigma now head over towards Ice. They've got the vessel down upon him. 4 kills for Nigma. They only lose GH, who is immediately buying back to return to the rest of the team to go to this Roshan. As there we have it. I mean, they were so close to getting that fight under control. If they kill Miracle there, it's probably a whole different story, but they couldn't quite take him all the way down.
They have to switch the attention for a second to kill the egg, because otherwise the egg pops, but Miracle gets a moment there because of, honestly, the godly reactions from Kuro. Instant blink stun when the stun comes out from the Nyx Assassin allows Miracle to get his Essence Ring off, which saves his life. That little bit of jolt of heal with combination of the Sunray, it saves him. Cataclysm connects on like 3-4 heroes with an Eclipse on top.
Hit.
Whew. He didn't even get to pop the regen. Abed insta-died from Kuroki's stun.
Huge moves there from Nigma. It's now set them up with this already borderline unkillable Luna. Now having the backup of the Aegis and the cheese.
Still has the shard in his bags. There we go.
Oh, yeah, they're swapping it in now. There we go.
I was wondering if maybe they were just debating of who to give it to. Maybe Kuroki was like, hey, you know, I kind of like some magic immunity too. But Kuroki's got his own protection. He's got an Aeon disc, so they're prioritizing just giving it to ILTW, who is... He's definitely earned it this game. 11, 2, and 6. Pretty flawless performance so far on him.
I mean, for RTZ, you know, what does he need to be able to carry this game? You know, what items has he got to be getting out to be able to stand a chance in these team fights against such a huge Luna?
He needs some... he needs damage, but he also needs some survivability. The Scotty's usually a pretty good pickup versus these ranged heroes. Does feel like one of the better ones. He's queued it up now. But even then, it still feels a little lackluster just because of how massive this Luna really is as a butterfly. So he's going to have trouble hitting. It's like you want Scotty, but you also likely want an MKB just to be able to trade the hits versus him. There's too many things just because of how ahead... Like, ILTW is just so far ahead. You need 2 items to really deal with him at this point. He's almost got his MKB done too.
I mean, to the point that you feel that if you're EG, you're really trying to avoid the fights until RTZ does have that Skadi and MKB, because otherwise you can't confidently say, we can lock down and kill this Luna.
Jeez, I don't know. You can't wait that long, though. It's way too much gold. That's like waiting for 10,000 gold, it feels like. So they have to try to fight back here, but it is not easy. They do it, thankfully. I've been watching Fly in a couple of these fights. He's trying to do this. It's difficult as an Enchantress when there's so much chaos and you're just getting one-shotted. He's taking over the Luna illusion, so they at least have that to give them the Lunar Blessing aura inside the fights too, which does help the damage, but it's not quite enough. There's just too much damage that Nigma is dishing out. And there's too many things that EG has to deal with. There's an egg with the Sunray flying over, there's an Eclipse, there's a Cataclysm. It really is just so difficult for EG to win a team fight when all of Nigma is there. As the MKB's done, Bubble is on the tower. So can't quite hit that.
No, RTW, he's not going to be too scared of standing his ground here. Up by the tower with BKB Satanic Aegis to all fall back
Tower's
upon.
dying. As soon as this tower dies, we know what happens with those glaives.
Yeah, she's going to tear apart the base. Look at that. Rack's gone in an
Yep.
instant here. There's nothing that EG can do to defend that step.
Burrowing near the other tower now. Crit in position to get some nice mana burns and stuns. Will be annoying.
Oh, I got the jump in. Mind
Control's in.
control. He's got the
There's
stun.
the
The
Cataclysm.
Cataclysm's climbing down. Oh, Fly doesn't stand a chance there. Blown up by the Cataclysm. Crit. He's burrowed in position, trying to defend, but the glaives are coming out. Crit just
He's just
dies.
gone. Look at the glaives.
It's too
Look
much
at him go.
damage. Another tower, another Rax here. Tier 4 starting, of course, to take damage as well. They just cannot stop Nigma here. 18k lead. Nigma's just going to keep pushing on. They've got no
They've got the
real
bubble.
reason to back off here.
Nope. They now have the
Like, it just-
Alacrity talent too. Look at ILTW go. Look at this damage. Plus 347.
Not easy. Trying to send the double in to get the job done, but RTW just turns with the Satanic. He's able to turn towards the double, take it out. The egg comes out. ISO says he's trying to hit it, but no one else is able to do so. They can't take down this Supernova. They've got to back off. RTZ pops the BKB, has to back away. Arbed doing his best to try and cut the creeps, make sure that the backdoor protection kicks back in. That will slow down the potential of Nigma a little bit, give EG a bit of breathing room.
But they can't fight. There's just no way they can win the team fights. As we said, a single hero gets stunned and they're deleted, and they have to fight man down. Crit, he's burrowed in the base, but gets forced out of burrow and just gets slaughtered by the glaives. Nigma looking to close this one up very soon.
Yeah.
Aegis is getting reclaimed in a moment, but my God, look, ILTW just has another item. He already has the Lincoln's finished too. He's 30,000 net worth. Like this is one of the more farmed heroes I've seen at this tournament. He's approaching the 1,000 GPM.
No, you're absolutely right about that. I think we're currently 927 GPM.
That's
On
unbelievable.
RTW. Yeah, this is why you give the lad Luna. Absolutely.
Yeah. Fits so well with their draft. When they see this Nyx assassin, you know, they have their DK. They're like, let's just raise the element of group up with this Luna, and he is so comfortable, as you mentioned, master tier on it, having a perfect game. He's 6 slotted at 34 minutes.
Time to go for the high ground. Oh, jumping straight away. Mind Control getting aggressive. Arbit's going to be able to counterplay. They're able to blow out Mind Control. The Cataclysm comes down. Crit just gets burnt in position. Turn it over towards Fly as well.
Oh my goodness. Easy
kills for RTW as they take down the two of them. Arbed trying to disrupt the push here from Nigma, but RTW, he's got no reason to back off. The tower's gone. Nigma, they'll look to claim the Megas. RTZ just dying to the glaives here at the side. He's trying to push back RTW. He can't do anything at all. RTZ's got to run. He's got no fight to be had here. Arbed's taken out. Nigma, they're ready to close this one up. Over to the tier 4s. There really seems to be nothing whatsoever that EG can do here. So RTZ will try some cute plays with the bubble, but they'll tap out indeed. GG, it's called as Nigma. This game, this was the Nigma that we expected to see. This is the stuff that's been winning them game after game here. Some fantastic performances, and this is absolutely another one to add to the repertoire here from Nigma.
Oh, look how hyped off ILTW is too. He goes over, gives Kuro a hug, quickly gets up, like shakes around. He's feeling himself after that game.
I mean,
that was
he rightfully
a
so.
sick performance. Yeah, dude, he's almost got 1,000 GPM. He's 6 slotted, 30-something minutes.
Dude,
that was unbelievable. What did he actually end on?
986 GPM.
980
on the Luna.
Mike,
986 GPM.
40,457 damage. The next highest hero damage was the Miracle Invoker with 25,000 damage. Look at the building damage. I don't think I've ever seen building damage this high on any hero. Dude, he had 30,000 building damage. All right, ILTW popped it off. That was
30,000 building damage.
That's I've never seen it.
Yeah.
I've never seen building damage that high. Honestly, I don't think in my entire career of casting. That is
No, that's
wow.
that he did. If I do some quick maths, he did 20 times the building damage that the whole team of EG did. You know, it's a quick maths for you there, really, to just go to show how much he did for the squad RTW. I mean, what a game from Nigma. And it's just crazy. I mean, this is something I think the Nigma fans have kind of got used to right from this team. Sometimes you see a game from Nigma and you're like, what is going on? And then you're like, what is going on? You know, this is amazing. You know, it's game 1 to game 2. It was such a different showing, Fogged. I mean, why? How can this team just consistently bring out such, different performances?
Comfort heroes, comfort drafts, EG, they did not have the team fight. They did not have the lanes either. This was just swift execution by Nigma.
Yeah, absolutely.
It really, really was. Thank you, ODPixel. I know you want to talk more about this game, but you already said so much. Give us a chance to. Thank you, ODPixel and Fogged, of course, as well. Here with Kyle and T-Gov, here to break the game down. And we said, right after the draft, Team Nigma, they gotta go, 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 go. And that's what they did.
It was filthy. RTW on his Luna, he had 986 GPM, nearly getting 1,000. And during the DPC group stages, Europe and Luna, it was a bad habit. It didn't look good.
Bad.
But Nigma has really shown up at this tournament with Luna and just styling on these the people who pick Timbersaw, you pick Luna, you just run them down. It is beautiful stuff.
Yeah, I thought they might have damage issues. The early mid-game, you saw a couple of narrow escapes. Timbers surviving through a finger and 4 heroes. Then Enchantress, the same deal. But ultimately, you can just see this combination of heroes that Nigma has, specifically just the Invoker plus the Luna with a Lion. It's all the control and all the damage you need. And late game, Luna ult plus Cataclysm is just an absurd amount of damage.
It was crazy. I actually did not think that a Luna could get ahead that fast compared to the rest of the team. Like, obviously the team was doing well, but she actually, LTW, spiraled out of control.
Yeah, the main thing here was the way that EG played the early game. It was a lot of Storm connecting with Timbersaw to try and find some of these kills. And because of that, Nigma basically built this unpenetrable fortress where Luna just kind of scurried behind and just kept farming.
The highlights start when she's already 2k ahead of everybody else.
Yeah, it's unable to shut down the Luna is the story of this game. And I guess it's a product of game 1 we commended EG playing without stuns and playing without kind of team fight. And this is the type of game now that we can also be on the other side of the story, which is, well, because of your lack of stuns, because of your lack of kind of pressure in the map, it put so much emphasis on Albert having a great game, and he just wasn't able to connect these early kills.
I wasn't able to connect the early kills, and then at some point, your only hope is to stall.
Yeah.
To delay, split push with the Arc Warden, but Team Nigma did not give them a chance for that.
No. It's kind of the way EG's lost a lot of the games here at this tournament is just when they can't execute their lineup the way that they draw it up. If the first 10 to 15 minutes kind of go as expected, they are one of the best teams in the world at closing out a game, ruthlessly efficient. But if they fall behind, especially with these really greedy drafts, just straight up Tricore, Arc Warden, Storm, they're playing for 50 minutes. Yeah. So at that point, I just love this combination, just dropping bombs. But, really high level of Dota played by both sides. Really happy to see ILTW perform. Mind Control got his own shout-out thread. I think ILTW deserves one as well. He is playing world-class level Dota, and this is all somewhat new to him. So,
not really well.
He's a veteran, but
I was gonna say somewhat new. Come on.
He had the brief period on OG, of course, career before.
Pretty long.
But
it wasn't maybe as successful.
Checkered, yeah.
But it was definitely, at least a good 7 months or so.
He has a great mentality.
Good.
That's the key thing.
He was good, but he got Drew Bledsoe, all right? You don't remember him because ultimately, who came in later? Ana, wins TI.
True.
My point is now he's considered, I think, in the same conversations as you would with somebody like, say, Arteezy, who he just took down.
I mean, he also needs to get to money-making position in his DPC because the amount of fan bundles that the kid's bought. Like, he's got
everything.
He's got literally every voice line. I wouldn't be surprised if he was changing it up for each team he played.
Yeah.
That is, in itself, he needs to get some money from this event to pay back for the amount of money.
You only get money if you get top 8.
And that's what Nigma need. Also, wait, what do they need now to get to TI? It's like top
they need
3,
top
right?
6.
Top 6, okay.
Top 6 for Team Nigma to make it to the international based on just points.
I think they need more than that.
I think it's been shifting up slowly, with other teams also doing slightly better.
I still think it's top 3 to be guaranteed. Top 6 if they get lucky.
Sure, yeah. I remember Knoxville did.
I'm gonna take my gloves up for this one.
Oh no, the
gloves! Because I wrote all this down somewhere.
Yeah.
Please talk about like.
I would like to just highlight. We're going into the final day tomorrow of groups. Every team so far has played 6. Every team tomorrow plays their final match, and we still don't have anything guaranteed except for PSG.LGD is 100% moving on. Team Nigma, they're going to play Beast Coast. If they win both, they're also through in the upper bracket, and Liquid will be playing for their lives against EG, who we just saw. Liquid on the other stream took out Spirit 2-0
Yep.
with TA Broodmother, both games.
Oh.
Dude, this is amazing.
We have the standings right here.
This is okay. All right.
Go for it.
So EG is playing up against Team Liquid. Liquid beats them. They go 6-8 with Liquid. EG goes 6-8. Guess who TNC, who are currently 6-6, are playing? Okay, no one's going to answer. They're playing Team Spirit. Imagine if Team Spirit wins that 1-2-0. They go 6-8. That means that would be 4 teams on 6-8 tied for 7th position. That means EG, TNC, Liquid, and Spirit could all have to play the best of 1 tiebreaker shenanigans to be eliminated.
Everybody can still be eliminated other than Vici, Nigma, and PSG.LGD.
Yeah, and Beast Coast goes up against Nigma.
Yes.
That is unfortunate.
That is unfortunate because again, like for Beast Coast to get through, they need Spirit to lose, Liquid to lose, Beast Coast to win. That would push them up. But realistically, sure, we have promotion on the line, but let's talk about the elimination. We could have a 4-way tiebreak for losers.
It's true.
Yeah, that is. That would be the story of this major so far, right? The wildcards were super tight as well in terms of results. There were very few. Was not a clear bottom of the barrel team. This major, or this group stage rather, we thought there was a clear one, but now Team Liquid managed to turn it around.
I just like kind of surprised by how much I'm enjoying the Dota. Like,
you're surprised you're enjoying the Dota?
No, like,
I mean, Major's pretty boring, right, Shiva? TI's overrated. Ugh,
I've watched a lot of Dota. I've played a lot of Dota, okay? We're talking like 6 or 7 years of it full time. This is a lot of fun. Like, I'm watching games and I'm even not working. I'm trying to keep track of both streams. I think the quality demonstrated is very high. We still see new heroes. Just saw one there.
Yeah.
And every region kind of has its own flair and own style of Dota. It's getting a little, it's like funneling down to something more compact. A lot of DK off lane, a lot of Team Nigma influence spreading through. But we had a wild card where no team finished with less than 3 wins. Gambit beating IG being the only reason, by the way, Team Nigma fans, that your team is still here. It's just cool. I would say it's fun.
No, it is. It is.
And credit to Wildcard as well. Vici Gaming, Team Nigma coming from the Wildcards. They're in the top 3 at the moment.
Yeah. I mean, it's
and
hunger,
it
right?
puts things in perspective as well with the other teams that got eliminated out of the Wildcards, right?
But like the closer, so from Wildcard, they're the teams who are fighting for TI. Group stage, they still are, but it's like, we just need to survive. And then, of course, the playoff teams, they're the ones who are, most of them are locked in, other than, I believe, T1. So hunger is key.
I'm looking at your screen. Thank you for your notes, T-Guy.
No worries.
A lot of
Anytime.
those squads in the playoffs have some question marks, right?
There you go.
No Ping Esports, T1, neither at the last major. Well, T1 was
in the wild cards,
but lost. Alliance, my pick to win the major, still has question marks. The Quincy Crew, like they beat EG, but are they international class? We'll see. I don't know.
They were last.
Well, they're at TI.
Well.
That's the thing, right? These are the teams that are at TI.
Most likely.
I mean,
very, very likely. 99%.
Aster, Alliance, VP, Quincy are all there. T1 and No Ping are the ones who are going to be the hungriest.
It's going to be a crazy coin flip, gotta say.
It's like, random, right? For the playoffs?
I actually have no idea how it's done.
We'll confirm that for tomorrow.
But
yeah, we'll get it sorted out.
I think that there's going to be like some sort of, I have no idea. The main point is like, you can't have teams know who they're playing before other teams would know who they're playing.
True.
You got to wait for the groups.
And the main point is that we're not done yet with the group stages, so forget about the playoffs for a little while. Let's see what's happening tomorrow. Every team still has one series to play. Here's the schedule for tomorrow. There's only one stream. There's only these 4 series tomorrow, and everything will be decided by that. The only thing that we 100% know for 100% sure is that PSG.LGD is the only team secured for playoffs so far, meaning 7 teams don't know yet what is happening. What is wrong?
Well, the schedule we have doesn't match Liquipedia.
That is correct, because I did see a message on the Discord earlier saying something about a swapped match. I didn't open it because it wasn't meant for me.
Okay.
But I do think that this is the correct one.
I'm
But keep an eye on our social media channels.
Liquipedia has never
regardless.
been wrong before. Technically, they're probably not wrong. They showed the information. But that is...
If Liquipedia is wrong, that means that the information provided by us to Liquipedia was wrong, which is our fault either way.
So yes, it is your fault, Cheever. I agree.
My fault?
PSG.LGD versus Vici.
Yes.
Vici, nothing on the line, but don't think they're gonna just
It's
fall over.
national pride at this point, right?
Yeah.
They don't want to lose to Vici Gaming. They want to have momentum. That's key. You don't want to take a loss. You just want to keep it going.
It's going to be exciting stuff, guys. And I'm sure that you are all on board with that sentiment. Okay.
One last thing.
One last
How hype is it? Was it, last match, Liquid versus EG. Sumail, mid, against EG.
Shiva has been saying this the entire night.
For survival. Fighting for survival,
no.
though.
I've not said it on stream, I think.
No, I know, that's the funny thing. You're the one like going, oh, I'm so excited for tomorrow, yeah. And then Carl's like, this is my point, mine.
I am very
was a
excited to see
completely original
Sumail play
thought.
up against Vici.
It is a very good point from both of you. But yes,
The king
versus
returns.
against someone
Abed.
say EG, please.
Abed.
All
It's
right.
Sumail versus
Okay,
Abed.
fine. Oh no, that's right. We were trying to hype it up, close the show.
I mean, it is super hype,
hey.
and that is like only a small portion of the hype. There is so much other hype there.
oh, these
I mean,
mittens, it's
it's
just a small portion.
The return of the king versus the prince that was promised.
Versus the what?
The prince that was promised.
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, is this like the king title on the line? Like Sumail will lose it as Abed takes it
Well,
away?
there is only one Azor High.
There's only one what?
Azor High.
What? I really can't hear you. Go too far away.
It's different lore, okay?
Okay.
have
Thank
no
you very much, Kyle.
No
Thank
worries.
you very
That's why I'm
much,
here.
T-Gov. It has been a lovely evening, lovely time spent talking about our lovely series of Evil Geniuses versus Team Nigma, and it tied that series. So much to play for still tomorrow. We hope to welcome you back again then for more Dota 2 for the AniMajor.